Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kuso Live at HDQ 2025. There are actually people here. It's pretty fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Just so you know, Kusogrande is a bad video game tournament, and we enjoy bad video games here. Bad doesn't mean unenjoyable, in my opinion. We love the jank, the weird, the strange, sometimes silly, but honestly, it's probably not going to be Mario. Although there's a possibility that there may be some more. I don't know. You'll see. You'll see what's coming up. With that said, today is qualifiers for Monday. I have several people who are currently signed up for that. As you come in, if you do want to sign up, you are more than welcome to come up to my desk and put your name down. We will be tracking based off of the best level that you make it to in the game today for the qualifier, which is Bongo. For arcade, the top 16 will enter the tournament, which will be happening again 10 to 2, Tuesday through Friday. I will reach out to everybody to let them know what time they are scheduled for. If for some reason you aren't able to do it or there is a conflict, I am more than happy to move things around to try to work to your schedule or do whatever is needed in order to accommodate you. If you are leaving before Friday, though, just give me a heads up. You can still play, but I will make a note not to enter you in the tournament so that you are not too concerned. I want everybody to have a chance, if they want to play today, to play. With that said, I've got a long list of things going on here. I do want to thank all of my volunteers who are not here right now. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm actually being genuine about that. We do have a lot of people who are going to be showing up to help out over the week. Seth Highwin will be taking over after me because I unfortunately have work partly through this. And by unfortunately, I get paid, so that's fine. Now, I think I'm just about ready to begin for today. So if we'd like, we can go ahead and transition over and have our first player, Alara, step up to the desk. Just so you know, the order that we have here, we've got Alara, French Toast, 2% Chungus. Yep. Flute Boy, 1, 2, 3. David TKI. Those are the first 5 players. So yeah, you can go ahead and loop around over to the other side and sit down. And otherwise, I think we can transition over to have the game as the main focus whenever you are ready. Of course, Alara just finishing Pizza Possum right before this. What a fantastic run. I'm not prejudiced at all. Yes, just so you know, select adds a coin, starts, and then you have left and right with the stick, and then A is jump, and that is it. Left, right, A. Yeah, not super complicated. So best of luck, Alara. Feel free to hit start whenever you'd like. Let's go. Bongo time, everybody. This is so cursed. Welcome to a Kusogrande Classic. Some people who have watched the tournament before over on my channel have seen Bongo. Unfortunately, he got a concussion there. I mean, this is the Bongo experience. Welcome to Bongo on Arcade. You've got 3 lives, and you are just trying to do as well as you can. Currently on level 3. Collecting various items throughout. Little guy dancing up at the top. He's pretty happy about it. Uh-oh. Watch out. There's a bug. I hate those mods, okay? Gonna eat your sweater. I mean, you've got a really cool vest. Even got buttons and such. Oh, he's got the knobby knees. Oh, no. I'll give you one more shot if you would like. Just go ahead and hit left and go to end. That's the quickest way to cycle back. Okay. It doesn't disagree. It's just a very laggy high score screen, I swear. Like, I don't know how the input response is so bad for the screen, but it is. Okay, there you go. Yeah, one last shot, and then we'll go ahead and record your PB and what time you have made that at. So, go, Alara. You're being chased, okay? I want you to know you're being chased by a dinosaur. That's the plot. That's all you needed back in... What was it, 1984 that this game... 1983 that this came out, you know. What, it's better than some other games that are like, you are something named a Drelb trying to save weird Flooble Goobles or something like that. I don't know, like, Jurassic Park may have copied this. Yeah, Michael Crichton was playing bongo and he's like, I've got an idea. There we go, music change. Ooh, that is a good sign. Currently on level 7, making some fantastic jumps. Look at him go. He's got, for someone who doesn't bend his legs, he's got really good jumps here. Oh, okay, over the moth, under the falling icicles, fantastic. Each level has some new obstacles that are showing up, and now we're getting into the climb with the first little... What is this guy? I don't know. He looks like he's from Zelda 1, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, a little... The dinosaur's coming. Oh, watch out. Oh, okay, very, very good job. Alara, trying to be careful. This level is a bit complicated. Oh, yes, there is fall damage in this game. Okay, let's see how this goes. There we go. Very good movement. The dinosaur is coming, but that's okay. Not a challenge for Alara there. Okay, good job jumping over the moth. This is where it starts getting a little complicated. Perfect. Okay. Now, this game does loop if you manage to clear all of the levels, so if we need to get to the point where we count the number of loops that you have gone through, we will. With that said, the difficulty ramps up a little bit. Oh, stop hitting your head, Bongo. I like the score moving back and forth with the platform, by the way. It's a nice touch. Collecting another item, going to the next level right away. Fantastic. Oh! Oh my gosh, this music is just classic to me. It's part of my soul at this point. Okay, very nice jumps. You've got a solid run going on. Okay, watch out for those arrows. They are pointy. I don't know who's shooting them. Probably the dinosaur's friends. Oh! Arrow hit your hat. No, you got an extra life earlier. You've got, this is your last life though, your last chance currently on level 19. Let's see, are you able to get through? Oh, that was dangerous. You almost second guess yourself, but now we've got the arrows and the weird nerd. Sure, frog alien. And there we go, into the lava. Bongo is down. Fantastic run, Alara. That is up to 21. French Toast, please come on up. Again, select gives you a credit. And start will start your game. I will let you go ahead and do 2 attempts if you would like. The what? Oh, French Toast. Yeah.
Are you sure you want to give me that power?
Yeah. Technically, luckily we have wonderful volunteers helping out with tech. Tech, if you would prefer to have this sheet, I will let you have it so that you can enter it in. I'll just relay the score and the time as well, if that sounds good to you. Okay, French Toast, moving on. We've got level 2 here, collecting some artifacts. Yeah, it's like Indiana Jones, you know? Not young Indiana Jones, not like 80s Indiana Jones, like... The fourth movie. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Crystal Skull myself. I think this is basically it, though. No refrigerators in this game, though. Okay, here we go. On to level 6. Little dude dancing. Oh, such a difficult jump there. You know, I'm going to be super excited if somebody clears the first loop because it gets genuinely difficult as it goes on. Okay, collecting the little cross there, the golden cross.
Yes.
Watch out. Oh, ooh, concussion.
When to get to the cucaracha.
Yeah, you don't want the ice to hit you in the head. Oh, and into the lava.
Oh.
You know, why is there lava in this cave? I just don't understand. That doesn't happen. Like, but yeah, there's so many video games that are like, let's put lava in a cave. That's one game over. Again, if it is a high score, yeah, don't worry. You can go ahead and do one more attempt. Select to add a coin, start to start, and there you go. Okay, come on, Bongo. I don't think his left arm moves, but his right arm is wiggling. Well, when he turns around, you can see his left arm. It's there, I promise you.
He's like conducting with his right arm.
He's conducting with his right arm. I mean, listen to the music. Someone's got to conduct this.
It's true. It's true. Good point.
Okay, good moth jumps. Yeah, a lot of this comes down to timing when it comes to these levels. And although there is not a timer in this, the dinosaur acts as a timer. I mean, it's an arcade game. They gotta have something to eat you know, so that the next person can play. Okay. Descending down the mountain. Very nice. On to level 8. Oh, fantastic. Oh!
This is my screen. This is...
I love the collective groans whenever there's a death in this. It's wonderful.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, very nice. On to level 9.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, expert jumps. The climb, luckily, isn't too difficult. Just got to make sure that your timing is right so that you don't run into our weird one-eyed frog. The moth, though, bit of a challenge. Just want to make sure that you can get underneath. Oh! Yeah, I mean, this is 1983. This is before they really figured out platformers. Platformers really didn't... Oh! They didn't get super solidified until around Mario 1, 1984, 1985 is when platformers started really getting some good traction here. And that, you know, they figured out the formula. There we go, level 12.
What are these guys? I love them. I love them so much.
They're... Okay, French Toast is saying that they love these dudes. I do too. They kind of look happy when they're squatting. Like, almost a smiley face there. Uh-oh, the moth is coming.
Bobby's from Earthbound.
Oh, the dinosaur got you! Oh, that is a PB. That was level 13. And fantastic job. 1026, level 13. Who is our next player, my dear friend? 2% chungus. Yeah, the other 98% stayed at home. Go ahead and sit on down. We'll get rolling with your attempt here. Yeah, and just so everybody knows, if you are showing up, you can sign up here right now. Just come up, put your name, your contact information, and we will make sure that you get entered in. So select to add that coin, which you did. Start to begin. Actually, if you want to head over to our tech person, they have the sheet. Here we go, 2% chungus. Just getting the hang of it. Yeah, the first run usually ends a little bit early. That is fine. Completely understandable. The estimate is awful? Oh my gosh. I appreciate the layout there. Muchas gracias. So people know, Kusogrande, when we get to the actual tournament itself, we, rather than having a specific goal for you to meet, it's essentially play the game for a set amount of time, and whoever makes the most progress during that ends up being the victor. Occasionally, it's a high score attempt, just depending on what the GM decides to give. Oh no! Death on level 6. That's okay. Okay, on to level 7. Good job. You know, I should probably post that this is happening right now. Welcome to my life. Forget it. Oh, come on. Oh, icicle to the head. Whoa.
Icicle to the foot.
Good job. There are different ways to tackle that level. I think that each player has done it just a little bit differently, but they have all worked out just fine. Okay. That crown is very tricky to get. I believe it's pixel perfect. Not that the pixels are very big, but it is very easy to accidentally fall to your death collecting some of these items. Oh, moth to the face! That is a game over, but I believe that was your first attempt. Feel free if you would like to start one more.
Oh, I would.
Wait, what? No, I don't want to take a selfie. I want to take a picture of the screen here. There we go, bongo. Now, this is a game that I believe Liz Star is one of the main people who shared. She got really into bongo a while back. Liz Star, obviously a GDQ classic player, staff member here. She loves this game so much, and when I first saw it, it just spoke to my soul. Oh, someone saying that they thought it would be a Flannel Cat special. I believe Flannel Cat has played through this. Honestly, bongo's a joy. I mean, yeah, we get it has multiple songs. That's cool. Okay, it has one death animation. Oh no! Oh, you can do this. Okay, on to level 9. Very nice. Oh! And there we go. What was the best one you got to? I believe that was 11.
Sounds right.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and jot that down. If needed, we can go ahead and review. And obviously, once we get through the main first list, we can bring you back. So thank you so much, Chungus. Who's our next player, my dear? Actually, who are the next two people so that we know? Perfect, perfect. So come on up, and David, you can step up in just a second after this one is over. Come and join us. So, yeah, and many thanks for volunteering. I'm so glad. So Flute Boy, 1, 2, 3, select to add a coin, start to begin, and otherwise it's left, right to move left and right, and A to jump. You're being chased. It's got a typo in it.
Okay.
Oh, that's how you know it's the 80s, you know? If you don't have a typo, what are you doing in the 80s? Okay. I mean, some people still use typewriters back then. You can't fix that. Okay. Strong start. Now, the items that you collect here reveal at the top left a bonus. You do get extra points. More importantly, though, you saw earlier when Alara was playing, you can skip parts of levels when you collect 6 of those items there. So 4 have been collected so far. That can be helpful in some situations, but at the same time, a lot of the times it doesn't matter too much because, straight down. Unfortunately, bongo has... I was going to say, I don't think you even need to have frail bones to die from that height. That was a big fall, and they're spiky ground. Oh my gosh. Good job. We're getting the music changes here. Whenever the music changes, you get excited. At least I do, okay? Oh, the icicle sort of gave you the news right there. Okay, good jumps on to level 10. Okay, the moth, everybody's biggest enemy. You know, I've seen moth about that big. It terrified me, okay? I was in Brazil, I was sitting on a bench, and it just flew out from under me. Boom! Yeah, I screamed. It was in a church as well, you know? I don't think they appreciated that. Oh, very good jumps. Okay, collecting the crown. Oh, I was very concerned about that moth because as soon as it's off the screen on the left, it comes back on the right. But luckily, you were just low enough to avoid it. Okay, double moth. You don't want double moth. Oh, good, good. On to level 16. Alara made it here before you get the skip over to 17. You're getting to skip some of those nasty jumps. On to 18 here. I believe we're close to the best that we have seen at the qualifiers so far. Very nice. Okay, the arrow room, a little bit scary. These arrows want to get you. The number 600 wants to get you as well. It's there. Okay, it's coming. Okay, unfortunately, it gets everybody the first time. Okay, that arrow is just low enough. Oh! That is a game over on level 19. You get one more chance if you would like. Select to add a credit. Start to begin. And here we go. Flute Boy going with another attempt. Honestly, a really good first attempt. That was solid. Like, seriously, who had tunes like this back in the 80s? I mean, sure, there was Elton John. I'm sure that his music was pretty good, but bongo. Okay, very nice moth dodge right there. This part isn't too difficult. The important thing is to figure out how to not accidentally walk off of the platforms. It's not quite as bad as Wizard of Oz Super Nintendo, where you just half of the platform feels like it doesn't exist in that game, but it's still, the platforms feel a little bit smaller than they look while you are playing. I'm not exactly sure how the collision detection works, but it throws a lot of people off. Good jump over that moth. A second moth jump. We're skipping that crucifix. It can stay. The dinosaur gets to have some treasure. You know, maybe that's why he's chasing you. He wants all this gold. Or he's hungry. I don't know. Or he's just a dinosaur. It's complicated, you know? You're saying dinosaurs are like cats? They're not even the same, like, phylum class? They're not one of those. Yeah. They're not mammalian. Okay, on to the weird hoppy frogs. I love those kids. Like, they're growing on me, okay? Oh, the moth. Oh! Icicle to the foot. You hate when that happens. It's not like a Christmas story, you know, where... Perfect Crime by Icicle. Okay, you're saying it'll melt and people never find out? You know that water stays. Yeah. If there's a big hole and a puddle in the wound, I think people will be like, death by icicle. Yeah. See, forensics. A strange amount of H2O in the wound. There we go. Fantastic job. And I believe, was that 18 as your best?
I believe it was.
Okay, so we are marking 18 as the best for the previous one. David TKI standing up and coming to the table. So if we can go ahead and get that recorded. That, my lovely tech friend, we had our new friend David TKI showing up to play. So good luck, David. Go and kick some butt. And it was 18 at, it may have been 19. Yeah, go ahead and jot that down. Again, I will take a look just to make sure. Yeah, it looks like you've got the controls, David. Good job. David won SGDQ's Kuso Live and is here playing again. You did a fantastic job last year and took home Deadly Towers. Thank you for taking that off my hands. I'm so glad I got rid of that. I've had it for years trying to get rid of it. By the way, oh, falling to your death. Bongo, what a sad boy. We always do have a prize for Kuso Live. We do make trophies to give out, but also the grand prize, because GDQ rejected it as a prize for the main tournament. Can't see the forest for the trees. Yeah. There we go. Bongo is back. The grand prize, because GDQ rejected it for the main marathon, is a laser disc of Waterworld. And for second place, you will be getting one of the handheld consoles that is down in the CVS machine downstairs. It's probably Data East. That is my guess. It's always Data East. Why is my phone playing music? No, stop it. I'm trying to post about Kuso Live, but I keep forgetting because Bongo is such intense action. David, making it look trivial, though. On to level 12. Our frog friends, busy hopping around. That's okay, you don't need to hop. All you gotta do is do your little jig. Yeah, look at that, Bongo. Honestly, I would be Bongo's friend. I feel like he would have some good conversations to tell. Probably talk a little bit too much, though. And honestly, if I had a hat that red, I'd be sporting it. Ooh, unfortunately, there are ceilings here. That was attempt number 1 up to level 16. Feel free to go ahead if you so desire, David.
I do.
David desires more Bongo. I knew it. Okay. The music is just so good, though. In my opinion. I've got a lot of opinions about video games. But at the same time, one of our main theories is that just because a game is bad or flawed doesn't mean that it's unfun. And with this, the game definitely has its flaws. You can see some ceilings have collisions, some don't. You gotta figure it out while you're playing. Obviously, this game has typos, it's got some weird physics, it feels a little jank to play, but it's just a joy. And also, it goes super fast when you're playing. Okay, on to level 9. Good jumps there. I also love that we're able to have things at the Bad Video Game Tournament that, probably won't make it into a GDQ, maybe ever. And that's fine, At the same time, Bongo speedruns are pretty hot. Oh, yeah, there we go. Very nice dodges, up to level 13 at this point. Luckily, you can see easily at the bottom of the screen is the list of levels. Each number disappears as you complete it, so we're on to level 14. Very easy visual gauge to tell. 15. Okay. Good jumps over the moths. Second moth avoided. Okay, good dodges there. Yeah, the ceiling got you before, but you got through this time. Okay. Following your friend. Good. Wonder if you know each other from before your time in the cave. Oh! Death by frog. Honestly, it's like reverse Frogger. It's strange. Sorry, David, if I can make you break, then I will try my darndest. Oh, no! Okay, 1 life left. That's okay. Just make sure that, start new life. Take a second to gain your surrounding, understand what's going on here. The arrows again. One of the arrows, often gets somebody. Unfortunately, that is David's best. Good job, David. Up to level 19. That's at the 10:42 mark that we've got. So we'll just need our next 2 players. Leming and Jazzy. Leming, If anybody happens to be short on time, by the way, feel free to let me know because we can bump you up a little bit just to make sure that you are able to play before you take off. Now remember, select adds a coin, start is to begin, left and right to move left and right, and then A to jump. Lemming getting into bongo, just feeling out the controls here. Perfect. Also, I gotta give a huge shout out to GDQ because this is the fastest that we've gotten started at a Kuso Live. They put a lot of work into preparation this year in order to make sure that we have all of the hot messes that you're gonna have throughout this week. Thank you so much, GDQ. I appreciate all the help. Oh no! What even floats out of you when you die? Like there's a shield with a cross on it? I don't know. Maybe that's what souls look like. I've never died. I don't know. Oh, bongo, stop it. Okay, that is all right. Ooh, yeah, again, the platform detection is tricky, but you can go ahead and have another shot. Sweet. Lemming jumping back into this. Okay, on to level 2. Good job, bongo. Keep going. You've got the jumps. I love this guy though. Fun fact. He's so cool. Yeah. Oh no, bongo. He's a little chubby, but that's fine. You know, he's working on his figure. And honestly, you know, you love yourself for who you are, bongo. You know, you're beautiful and perfect the way you are. Even though your belt really doesn't match your clothes, it's fine. He has the body type of the old man. He's got the legs of the old man. Yeah. I'm starting to get to the point where I've got knees like bongo. Oh my gosh. Seriously, trying to stand up sometimes. Ah. Okay, good jumps over the moss. On to level 9. Our little friend dancing in the corner. Oh no! That's okay. You've still got another life, and depending on how things go, you might be able to get a second life in just a second. It's honestly, that's one thing with arcade games. Sometimes you do want to focus on making quick progress, but other times taking things a little slow and steady to make sure that you can make progress, as well as gaining extra lives in case you make a mistake. Those can help. That is your second attempt at level 11. It looks like. Great job there, Lemming. Fantastic. Our next player, feel free to stand on up, and we'll get rolling. Oh my gosh. By the way, everybody, you know, I'm a huge fan of Awful Block. I hope you all show up and watch some of that. I'm going to lose any semblance of sanity after that because, oh my gosh, I don't know when I'm going to sleep. Are you ready? Select to add a coin. Start to begin. Good luck, bongo. Okay, Jazzy hopping right into this. And, you know, there is no shame at dying in a game that you've never played before. You know, some people do have sort of a natural talent for jumping into a game that they've never touched in the past. Some people don't. I tend to be someone who, like, if it's before 1985, I'm probably going to do okay compared to other people. If it's after 1985, it's too new for me. I'm going to lose. That's just reality. Good job. Those platforms look like they're somewhat trivial, but again, the platform detection is not super easy. There you go, getting the bonus, the warp over there, but more importantly, an extra life up at the top. The extra life will allow you to have a better push through here. Good moth jump. Oh, icicle to the head. You know, you should put like some padding or something in that hat. I'm sure there's room. Okay, good jumps. Yeah, Figuring out the timing to get through that is tricky, but that ended up working fantastic. Oh, slipping right off. You grab the crucifix, but at what cost? Your life. Oh, you got it and lived. Very nice. I'm not lying. That's tricky. Yeah, another thing to think about with this is like risk versus reward. That's okay. That's okay. Up to 11, it looks like. So you've got one more attempt. Go for it, Bongo. Oh, a little bit short when it comes to that jump. Yeah, the jump arc for Bongo is a little bit odd, but again, you know, this was before platformers were really standardized, and that is a game over. I believe that your personal best was 11 from what I saw. Great job, Jazzy! Okay. We are going to have a very quick pause, and we will be right back after this. While they are checking that, if our tech crew is able to let us know the next two players, we can start getting them up and ready. Okay, Zurf and Author Blues. That's our order. Yeah, you can go ahead and step up. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are ready to rock with a little more Bongo. Zurf up on the computer. So go ahead and start the arcade game by hitting start. Good luck. Now again, we are going based off of the highest level reached. If there are ties, we're going based off of who made it there first. Obviously, there are going to be some people who aren't able to be here throughout the tournament. So if for some reason people play and they can't be here the whole week, then we will reach the next person on the list. I'm happy to go down until we have a roster of 16 people for our tournament. Oh, Bongo, no! My friend! You know, I feel like he might be better at jumping if he weren't wearing slippers. Oh, no! I love how far of a fall that is, but he still doesn't hit the ground. He still dies before he touches ground. It's just, maybe he dies from fright. Yeah, I mean, death by air resistance. Oh yeah, just, yeah, honestly, he is having a stressful day, I agree. But he's still got a smile on his face, you know? Repressing his feelings. It's, don't do that, everybody. You gotta let your emotion out, unlike Bongo, who's just here trying to smile through all of this. Come on, Bongo, let it out. There you go. Good job. Very nice jumps. Watch out for the moth. It wants to say hi. Okay, good. Oh, watch it. Pac-Man dinosaur coming after you. He doesn't have a lot of animation, but he's got a lot of death. Okay. Good. Oh, unfortunately slipping a little bit. That happens. You can go ahead and do one more attempt. Select to add a coin and start to begin. You know, I could listen to this all day. No, like seriously, yesterday I was sitting around just doing other things and I had Bongo music stuck in my head. This is what happens. I play. Oh, one of the worst times that I had when it came to music, though, was with Athena. Because Athena is the most cursed NES game. I did speedruns of that, and it got to the point where I had two different songs from Athena stuck in my head at the same time. It was the worst. And yeah, not only is each song terrible, but together there was so much dissonance. Oh my gosh, it hurt so much. At least we have nothing but joy out of this. This is probably the most fun any of our players are gonna have during the tournament. I gotta be honest. Oh, fantastic jump. I was a little bit concerned, but no, you got over the moth. That's another thing as well, like, while watching for Qualifier, you may notice things that the players do that end up being pretty successful. Okay, up the ramp, we're on to level 11 here. I love that the music almost sounds like the cucaracha, but not quite. You know, it's just a few of the notes are wrong. But, oh, slipping. That's all right. You've got plenty of extra lives. You've got a ways to go on this. You're doing fantastic, Z-Surf. Ooh. Yeah, the trick here when you are descending, if you keep holding right after you fall off of the ramp, you're able to get to the next platform. There we go. Yeah, it's... Oh! Unfortunately, can't Mario those moths. You know, this was before Mario. They didn't know how to squish bugs. Or Goombas or whatever. I don't know. Goombas are basically just weird mushroom dudes. Okay. Very nice hops on to level 15. The double moth level. This is a good sign. We are starting the ascent. I fully expect issues here, though. Not with the number 600, that is distracting, but that jump is very tricky. Level 16, your best right now. Fantastic job there. And before Author Blues, we are having a zombie pop up because Zombie will need to run and work. Zombie is one of my coworkers for the escape room that we're running here on site. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad that we've been able to have more on-site activities. Heck, I want even more, you know? It would be great to have a whole bunch of stuff. A zombie getting off to a quick start here, collecting the crown. You know, Bongo should wear a crown. Absolutely a king in my eyes. Oh, yeah, crown on top of his hat? Like, yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah, other people putting objects on their heads in the crowd. That's great. I love it. A wolf? A wolf, by any other name, is a crown, I guess. Okay. You, am I saying you're a crown? You could be a crown, possibly. Yeah. Yeah, one of the strange things about running an internet show is that, like, while you talk, it feels like you're talking into the void. You don't get the response from people who are watching, so you're like, well, I said something stupid. Maybe they're laughing, but it's just silence. And actually, oh, icicle to the head. Yeah, that moth icicle combo. A little scary, but at the same time, dinosaur's not here yet. Oh, good jump over and fantastic moth dodge by a zombie. Oh, that jump is pretty scary because, you know, you think that you're going to get hit. There's not a whole lot of time to deal with that. A zombie doing their second attempt here. Let's see how far they are able to go. You know, nature made this cave. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it took millions of years to make very flat platforms, some of them hovering in the air, you know? Honestly, you shouldn't even be in here. Touching each of these, you're going to cause, you know, it's ruin in the formations. It's terrible, Bongo. To be fair, he's respecting the stalactites and the stalagmites, you know? That's the important part. Yeah, my uncle taught me how to remember the difference between stalagmites and stalactites, and he said the way stalagmites might hang from the ceiling, but they don't. It's the stupidest way to remember, but whatever. There you go. Welcome to my family. We're not normal. 30,000 points. That's usually one of the thresholds in arcade games to get an extra life. Yeah, if you ever do play arcade games in a tournament, key number to remember, 30,000. Sometimes 10,000. It just depends, you know. Ooh, a little bit of a death. There's not really a little bit of a death. It's just death. No, Bongo, no! That's okay. We have another life here. I think you've got this, zombie. Oh, good jumps there. On to the next level. You've just got your frog friends that you've got to avoid. Good job. Level 13. The icicle moth combo. Terrifying icicle to the foot. That is a zombie's personal best. Level 13. Fantastic job. Author Blues, get up here. The legendary Author Blues, who may or may not be doing some speedruns here at GDQ this year. I hear that there is something called Nintendo World Championship, something. Yeah. Author Blues will be playing some of that. I saw some of the practice. Absolutely fantastic Kirby maneuvers. Yeah, you all should watch that when it goes live. So select again. You got the credits. Start to begin. Get rockin' off. Of course, Author Blues tends to be a fan of a wide variety of games. Although, yeah, I've had him as a guest game master before, and it's always fun to see sort of what his jam is. He's also been one of the brave souls to beat Wizard of Oz for Super Nintendo. Yeah, he tries to forget. That's fine.
I love that game.
You love that game? Yeah, he's lying. Nobody... Well, okay. I mean, I kind of love it too. I love to watch people cry when they play that game. Oh, Bongo, no! Concussion! Bringing his soul out. That's okay, you've got another shot there. Now, one important thing to remember is that with every video game out there, you know, people have different strengths and weaknesses, and I've seen people who take a little longer to get into a game and then absolutely blow the competition out of the water, you know? It's just, you never really know how you're going to do completely until you get into something. Not only that, but you're playing with the difficulty of having an Xbox controller here, and that... Let me just say, I personally like PlayStation controllers. That's my preference. That's me. Maybe I'm a weirdo. But I don't like the chunky ones. They're so big. Okay. Still plenty of lives left. Okay, on to the music change. You hear the music change. You've got hope here. On to the weird bootleg La Cucaracha. Yeah, La Cucaracha means the cucaracha. It's pretty cool. Good jumps there by Auth. One thing that you learn as well, when you play platformers that don't have the best physics and the best air control, is figuring out less how can I go quickly and more how can I play consistently. And as soon as you figure out the consistency behind your movement, that's when you start making solid progress here. Good job. One more item will get you that 10,000 point bonus. Author Blues also did get an extra life already, so, you know, he's back in the game. Ooh! Yeah, every time that I try this level for the first time, after I've been away from the game for a while, I die. I die a few times. Getting through pretty solidly. Yeah, maybe it was the 10,000 point or 20,000 point that gave the extra life. That said, revealing the bonus is also another way. Yeah, as we go along, other people watching are probably gonna notice the threshold better than I am. I'm just talking a heck of a lot and probably forgetting plenty of this. Now, of course, if people are showing up and they want to play, feel free to head over to our tech person who has the sheet, and they can get you signed up. And again, once we get through the original list, people are welcome to come and play again. We will be here until 2 p.m. doing the qualifiers. Very nice job by Author Blues onto the double arrow level. This is really where we start seeing people start to fail. It gets difficult here. Author Blues not taking any time there and avoiding the arrows. Of course, the descent through the arrows is a little bit challenging as well, but if you get the timing right, you don't have to deal too much with it. And this, I believe, is as far as we've seen into the game this weekend so far. This weekend? It's Monday. What am I talking about? Okay, ooh, an extremely difficult jump, but again, you got across the lava pit, which is more than we've seen so far. That is a PB of level 21, tying with our best so far. Congratulations, good job there, Author Blues. And let's get our next two players, please. Ornamental Fruitcake and Silver Moon. Ornamental Fruitcake, go ahead and step up. Silver Moon, prepare yourself. Yeah, by sitting there. That's completely fine, too. Yeah. Okay, and we are beginning. Again, it was select to add a coin, start to begin, left, right, and then A to jump. Controls are simple. Can't get any simpler than this, folks. I mean, I guess there are one-button games, but no, bongo. I'm trying to think. Rhythm Doctor, fantastic one-button game. Yeah, simpler controls than, and yet still much more complicated than bongo, I'd say. Rhythm Doctor, I love that rhythm game. Everybody should check it out. What am I doing talking about good games while we got bongo on the screen? Oh. That is all right. You know, sometimes you die a few times quickly. That's just how it goes. You've got another attempt for you, so go ahead, Ornamental Fruitcake. Jump on in. Come on, Bongo. You can do it. Wiggle those legs. Yeah. Whoever drew this sprite, I want to get their autograph on something. I don't know what. I'll just, whatever I have at the time, have them sign it. Maybe draw a little picture of Bongo, too. Oh! Yeah, tricky jump in there. It didn't even look like your head hit the sprite for the icicle, but, you know, it supposedly hit. No, Bongo! He's got to talk like an old. Hey, say, there's a dinosaur! There's a dinosaur coming after me. Watch out! Ah. He's a good guy, though. Aha! So, you know, this is a game. It came out specifically for arcade and Commodore 64, published by Jetsoft, and Mastertronic also is credited here. Mastertronic doing other games like Night Racer for Commodore 64, Rescue on the ZX Spectrum, a lot of other games that I haven't heard of. Ooh, Falling to Your Death. That's how life goes. It's fine. Oh no! You know, great job, Ornamental Fruitcake. Level 11, your PB. You are welcome to come back and try again later on. Great job. So level 11 is what we had there. Come on up, Silver Moon. I believe we're just about ready for you to jump into some bongo. All right, and we'll just want to have the layout updated in a second because Silver Moon currently playing here. Yeah, so Silver Moon, not Ornamental Fruitcake, is currently playing. So if we can update that, my dear friend. Oh, it's okay. Like, again, the volunteers here at GDQ have been absolutely amazing. I know that a lot of people watching and playing are volunteering as well. Thank you for making this event possible. I'd also like to say, you know, everybody playing, I recommend if you are able to donate $10, feel free to use the hashtag #KusoLive. You don't have to, but it's what I like to encourage. If you're playing, feel free. You know, we have a lot of people helping out to make sure that these things happen, and I'd like to give, you know, a little enthusiasm to the staff so that they keep allowing more events to happen on site. Yeah. Oh, Bongo, death by moth, that's okay. Maybe you're made of wool and the moths just kind of chews through you. Do moths have teeth? They have what? Oh, proboscis? Okay. Silver Moon getting a game over, that is fine. Go ahead and jump back into this. We'll see how things go. You know, I guess moths are sort of like butterflies. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, off to a decent start here. Luckily, all you really need is one good push in order to make progress there. A handful of deaths doesn't technically matter, because if you can get through the rest of the levels later on and avoid death, you know, you're gonna be fine. But when you are playing levels that you haven't seen before, that's when the highest possibility of death happens. So conserving lives helps you when you get later on, and also remembering collecting items in order to get a little bit of an extra score. Of course, not all items are worth collecting. Simply put, there's sometimes too much of a risk of death. Ooh, yeah, that jump pretty much gets a lot of people the first time that they get to this level, just because it seems like the platform is closer than it actually is. Ooh, another death, that is fine. And there we go. I believe that is your second attempt, Silver Moon. PB of level 10. Congratulations. Great job there. All right. Who are our next two players, my dear friend? Superstar Sage and was that Julian? Julia. Okay. Superstar Sage. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna trip over my words now.
Cut that down however you want.
Superstar, I think we are ready for you to begin. Select to add a credit, start to begin, left, right, and A. That's all you need to be a bongo. Yeah, also, yeah, one of our bongo experts in the room, I see sitting over there and looking. Yeah, I know you, Liz Star. The fun thing about qualifiers is that you can't really guarantee whether or not people have played the game before, so I don't even take that into consideration. Everybody is willing to come and play. The rest of the tournament is blind. We make sure that you have not played the games before, but for qualifiers, it doesn't matter. Come and play. Yeah, even if you are the premier bongo expert. Very nice job getting the warp and the extra life. Moving on. Oh my gosh. The music is just too good, too fantastic. Now I'm trying to find a little more information about the person who worked on this, because it was made by one person, John Hutchinson. But I don't see John Hutchinson really credited for literally anything else, just bongo. Is this John's only video game? If so, this is a masterpiece, you know? 1983, making an arcade game that's functional? That's amazing. That's so good. Yeah, it's not the best game out there, but I mean, I see a John Hutchinson who is a university professor, applied sciences. No, No, there's no way it's the same person. Whatever. There are a lot of people with the name John Hutchinson. He runs a music shop? Okay, Liz Star here, our bongo expert, has talked to the developer here who runs a music shop, John Hutchinson. Liz, do you happen to know if he's made any other games? No. Okay, so this is his only game. You know what? Kudos to John. I love bongo. Unironically, I think this game is a blast. It's got some problems, and that's fine. You know, anybody making a game, you know, your first game is going to have some flaws. You know, I've done a little development work, and it's interesting because you learn so much through the process of putting something together. So, like, oh, that was level 18, a very fantastic first push there. You're able to go ahead and do another one. Feel free to jot 18 down, though, because if Superstar Sage does not pass that, then that is going to be the PB. And numbers are hard for me. I forget them within like a minute. It's just gone out of my mind. Okay, on to level 4. The moths, not too intimidating. I don't know, they're good little fellows. Moths are friends. I have no problem with them. I see a moth. I say hi. Oh! Falling to his death, Bongo. I feel so sad for this guy, but I don't know. He keeps smiling anyway, despite dying. It's good. I also like that whenever he, like, stops and isn't facing left or right, he just shows you his butt. It's a good sprite. I don't know why he doesn't face the camera, but it's fine. Yeah, show off that booty. It's very angular. Oh, good jumps there. We've got the leaping frog trying to block your path. Oh, Superstar Sage doing the pixel perfect collection of that item, which can be worthwhile if you are able to not die. Again, it takes 6 items to get the bonus, which just got collected there. That takes you over 30,000 points. It does look like 20,000 points is the extra life threshold for the first extra life. Usually after that point, you're looking at about 100,000, although it could be, I don't believe 50,000 is another extra life in this game, probably 100,000. That said, are we ever going to see 100,000? I don't know. Okay, good. Oh, that moth, welcome to the speedrunner mentality. You're back to a level that looks like it's straightforward, but as soon as the enemy spawns in, yeah, you gotta pay attention to those. That's one main difference between doing blind races and doing speedruns. Speedruns, obviously, you know the game very well beforehand. You've practiced it a lot, but when you're playing a game for the first time, you're going to forget things. You're going to miss what you've seen before, and because of that, safety is more important than necessarily speed. Of course, you know, Kusogrande, the bad video game tournament, started because of Mystery Tournament. Ooh, getting the skip over to the next level. You don't have to deal with climbing through the arrows, which have been pretty terrifying for a lot of people. Okay, good dodge underneath the frog. We are on to the... Yeah, we have not seen anybody beat this level yet. And we aren't going to yet, but that is level 21 for Superstar Sage. Fantastic job. Julia, feel free to come on up and get some bongo going. Again, for people who have showed up and who haven't put their name down on the list, feel free to come on up if you aren't in our queue right now, and let our tech person know that you're here so that we can have your name and contact info to let you know if you're in the top 16. Otherwise, feel free to push A on end. It's This screen is very laggy.
There we go.
Don't worry. Select gives you the credit. Start is to begin the new game. And Julia, you have 2 attempts. So let's go ahead and get that up on the screen.
What?
Julia
That's
playing.
not correct. Sorry about that.
Okay, that looks like a computer thing. Let me see if I can figure this out.
I have never held this kind of controller before, so what is the select button?
Oh, this right here.
Ah, lovely. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, don't worry too much.
Okay, so you do this, you do this.
Overlay is always my favorite. Ah. Okay, through the first level. Yeah, the first one is just more or less making sure you know how the controls work so that you can get through. Move on to the second level.
No, dang it.
Oh, that's okay. It's bongo things. Good jumps onto level 4. You know, a slow increase in difficulty here. I actually think that the difficulty scales pretty well throughout this game. You know, continuously just adding a little bit more of an element. Yes, level layouts do repeat, but each time it adds an additional enemy, an additional obstacle, just a little bit more for you to deal with so that, you know, it never feels too overwhelming when you get to something. It always feels somewhat doable. Of course, I want to see if anybody can beat the first loop, because if so, I think you get to see Bongo dance. He's got a good dance, okay? And honestly, it's been too long since I've seen Bongo dance. We gotta have it. Good vertical jump over the moth. Ah, very nice job, Julia. On to level 9 here.
No.
That's all right. The icicle got you, but you've got another attempt there. Level 9 currently your best, and we'll see where you go from here. Yeah. The music is just so fast.
I need to hold right.
Yeah, Julia did fall there. A lot of older games, it's something that I think about a lot. A lot of older platformers have it so that if you jump a certain distance left or right, you stop losing the ability to move left or right and you plummet straight down. That's not the case with Bongo. You have a surprising amount of air control for 1983. That is another game over. Good job, Julia. Level 9, your current best. And feel free to play again if you would like later on. Who else do we have on our list? We have Gunstar Heroes and then Amazing Toaster. Gunstar, step on up and good luck. Again, select to add a coin and start to begin. Left and right to move left and right, A2 jump. See, the fun thing, we did have Kuso live for the first time a year ago here, and unfortunately I got sick immediately before and wasn't able to show up. And the game that we had that year for qualifiers was Pyramid. With yeah, the audience doesn't like that. Here's the deal. I chose the game, but then Jeff took over for me, and he's like, "How about let's not do basic difficulty? Let's do difficulty 7." So don't blame me, okay? Blame Jeff for how hard that was. What? Okay, yeah, it's still Pyramid. I know, but it wasn't gonna be that brutal. I just, like, as soon as I found out about what Jeff did for the difficulty, I laughed. It was hilarious. What an evil, evil guy. Okay, Gunstar Hero's off to a decent start onto level 8. Still an extra life in the pocket. Good vertical jump over the moth. Yeah, not too much of a concern as long as you are ahead of the dinosaur. He's not the fastest dinosaur, you know. For an apex predator, you think he would move a little faster, but no. I guess maybe he's just relying on you falling on the rocks down below, and then he'll come and have dinner. It's fine. You know, I wish your friend up at the top right would help a little bit more. They've got a good dance, but then they run away every single time. Oh no! Moth to the face. Ugh. Seriously though, if a moth fell in my face, I would fall off a cliff too. Like, holy crap. Okay, descending through the cave. A little bit tricky when going down those steps, but Gunstar Hero has another shot. Yeah, the important thing when falling off of those is to hold right so that you are able to land on the next platform. I know I'm giving strats here, but we've been talking already for almost an hour and a half, you know? Strats are going to come out. We're probably going to discover people doing things partway through that you haven't seen before that end up being successful. That's completely fine. Gain the knowledge. Gain the knowledge? That sounds like a crappy poster in some school. Gain the knowledge. Yeah. Gain the knowledge. Okay, on to level 6 here. And some fantastic jumps. Okay, on to the bootleg Cucaracha song. Good, good. Yeah, a little bit of a tricky jump, but there we go. Collecting enough items to get the warp to the next level. Not very much of a warp, half of a screen, but you know what? We take those. I love the alarm that sounds every time the dinosaur shows up. It's just like, hey, I want you to know, you're being chased. You're being chased by a dinosaur. Tagline of Bongo right there. You know, I don't think I said his booty was angular, but it's very round, honestly. Yeah. How can it be angular and round at the same time? I don't know. Only the 80s can do that. Okay. Good jumps there. Okay, not getting that crown. That is okay. We do have some treasures here, but again, survival is more important than treasure most of the time. Yeah, I mean, come on, Last Crusade, you find that out, you know? Person who's like, oh, I want to get to Chalice, blah, blah, blah. They're dead. Yeah. No, you know what? Indiana Jones, he's like, Chalice or living. Which one's more important? Yeah, sure, he had to have his father convince him, but there you go, yeah. So, sometimes you gotta let the treasure go, you know? It's not worth getting every artifact. Sometimes they can stay in the cave. You know, someone else can be chased by a dinosaur. Doesn't have to be Bongo every time. Very solid progress. We're on to the double arrow room. This is level 19. Of course, the number 600 looming above Bongo's head. That is fine. Unfortunately, death by arrow. That arrow gets most people the first time, possibly the second time as well, just because it's a little bit placed specifically to cause you problems and to kill you. So oftentimes getting through this room quickly after the first arrow is the best option that you have. Yeah, that second treasure in this room, absolutely a trap. It's there for greedy people. Okay, good arrow dodges. Let's see, under the frog, onto the level that we haven't seen beaten yet. Level 21. This is the wall. Oh, that jump. I swear it's pixel perfect. And you have to do 2 of these pixel perfect jumps. There we go. Past the first one. We've got another one coming up. No, Bongo! Oh, but what a fantastic job. Good job, Gunstar Heroes. That is, again, tied for our best attempt. Amazing Toaster coming up. And also, we've got our next commentator, Seth Highwind, who will be stepping in. I'll chill for a minute with you just so that you know what's going on. And otherwise, I'll let you sit down. And because I got to work. Just checking right now if this is working as well. Seth, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. How have you been?
Doing great, doing great. It's been great so far. The best that we've seen is level 21. So let's go ahead and let Amazing Toaster start. Hit select to add a coin, start to begin, and otherwise it's left, right, and then A to jump. And here we go. Left and right with the joystick.
S-E-F? What? Why would,
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Arcade games use joysticks.
Why would
Perfect.
you do that? Why would you do that? Although this is a 360 controller, so that kind of makes sense.
I mean, it does need to be semi-arcade accurate, utilizing joysticks instead of a conventional D-pad.
Oh yeah,
Got to
yeah.
bring yourself back into the time of joysticks on everything.
Yeah. Well, I was trying it with the D-pad, and it just didn't feel quite as natural to me as a joystick. Just because there are some tricky jumps that you have to make every once in a while where you push right and then left immediately.
Right.
It just, joystick felt a little bit more natural. But at the same time, it can be a little bit difficult. Amazing Toaster, because you had a rough start there with us not fully explaining the controls, you can go ahead and have 2 attempts here. That's completely fine. Okay, now we do have the number of level at the bottom of the screen here. So as a level gets cleared, you will see the 2 disappears. We are on level 3 right now. That is currently that is how we are tracking the best. How far the players make it through these levels, followed by the time, whoever did it first.
Okay.
Yes. So for those who are showing up, if you have not signed up and you want to play in Kuso Live, if you have not put your name down in our queue, you will want to come up and do that. Our tech person has the piece of paper for you to fill out and just put your username as well as the contact information. Other than that, I think that's pretty much everything that I've got for you, Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, it's actually cute. We do our best, do everything blind, qualifiers, sometimes an exemption, especially for a live event like this. And this is like my very first time seeing Bongo. When we put this down as the qualifier, I immediately just Googled gameplay footage, and first thing I said was, "Oh, this is super jank. Oh, this is gonna be perfect."
I love Bongo. Like, honestly, one of my favorite, super straightforward games. It's very easy to see how much progress somebody has made as they go through this. Uh-oh, the moth. Oh no! Death by falling into the air. Yeah, you don't even have to hit ground to die. Ground's optional.
The fact that Bongo is climbing these steep surfaces without rappelling gear or any type of climbing stuff.
Level
looks like a level 11.
And so we are giving Amazing Toaster one more try here. And then after that, we will have our next player. If anybody does happen to be short on time and hasn't played yet, feel free to let us know, because I would prefer to get you through. Otherwise, we are probably getting close to the list of people, or the end of the list of people. Oh, okay, more or less. So, again, if you haven't gotten your name on the list, make sure that you come and do so that you can play. Again, you don't have to be here for the whole week. If you just want to play for funsies, you're welcome to do that. Give Bongo a try. Oh, and fall to your death. Well, okay, don't fall to your death, please. But
It's just, it's part of the experience. It's just, you gotta do it to, get the credit for it.
yeah. You gotta fall to get Yeah, okay. Well, I played bongo and fell to my death, and all I got was this laser disc copy of Waterworld as the grand prize for this tournament.
I mean, that's one of the best grand prizes anyone could ever ask for. I would love to have a copy of Kevin Costner's Waterworld on Laserdisc proudly displayed right next to this Laserdisc player.
Yeah, for those who don't know, by the way, Waterworld being run by NPC, one of the Kusogrande GMs, happening during Awful Block. That is going to be a lot of fun. It's a little game that Macaw, which a lot of people here know, Macaw made based off of The Simpsons in-show arcade game that had about 5 seconds of footage. It's hilarious. It's going to be a worthwhile watch. And all of Awful Block is going to be great this year. Like, oh, yeah, I'm trying to think. Like Rex Ronan, Experimental Surgeon. I can't believe that they didn't put Roadrunner Death Valley Rally in Awful Block, you know? It's in the marathon, but it escaped Awful Block. I love when awful games escape Awful Block. It's so good. You know, gotta make everybody a victim of the awful games. Oh, ooh, good tricky jumps there on a level 15 and still an extra life up in the top. So this is a fantastic push by Amazing Toaster, getting the warp onto the next level. Yeah, when the bonus clears out at the top left, every item that you collect reveals a little bit more of the bonus. When it's all cleared, you get the warp to the next level and are able to keep moving on.
Why is the music so catchy?
I know, right? Yes, the dev did, our tech here is pointing out that the developer works at a music store these days, as far as we're aware. So it would make sense, you know, like music, put at least something that's jamming in bongo. Oh, level 20 for Amazing Toaster. Fantastic job there. And that's at 11:38. Again, thank you so much to our tech friend for helping keep track of this. And who was our next player here?
Liz.
Okay, everybody, get ready to see at least one loop completed.
Don't do that. I'm gonna screw up now.
Just letting you know, we're all counting on you. No pressure.
All right, what is the wait? Okay,
Select is to add a coin. Start
a
is
controller for bongo. This is disgusting.
you got to use the joystick as well. It's
Oh.
arcade. You got to use the joystick.
We have to make it as arcade accurate as possible, hon.
Okay. Oh my god. It's not
Yeah.
up to jump. This is not accurate.
No, it's not up. It's not up to jump. I'm sorry. The Bongo arcade cabinet has a button. I think.
No one has seen a cabinet.
Nobody's seen a cabinet. Whatever. I'm imagining a cabinet and it's got a button to jump.
We all
okay?
have a bongo cabinet in our hearts somewhere. Deep within our hearts, we know exactly what this cabinet looks like. It's a joint, shared fever dream together.
Oh, yeah. It's just shaped like bongo.
It's just shaped like 2 bongo drums.
Yeah, the TV's like our friend here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Teletubby. You know, the screen is in his belly.
Is the hat the speakers then?
You grab his hand in order to use the joystick, push his buttons to push the button. Yeah. Speakers in his butt. I don't know. Whatever. Off to a fantastic start here, on to level 10. Again, when it comes to qualifiers, we do not care if people are blind to the game, but when we get into the actual tournament, we do want to make sure that people are blind. So if anybody here has played bongo and feels like they have an advantage, don't worry about that. I don't care. Come and play bongo, okay? And by anybody who has played before, I mean specifically Liz Star, who is playing right now.
I don't know. Will you allow me to play this? I don't know.
I don't know, Liz. I don't know if I allow it. I allow it. Good maneuvers. Now, I also want you to know that watching our player Liz here, will give you a good idea of possibly some strats that you can use if you want to come and play again, because you are welcome to give it another shot if you have played before. Liz, almost getting the warp here. I bet I know what's going to happen here. Liz skipping the item there in order to move on and
More than likely to,
get
yep.
that warp
Taking
right
the warp
there.
here at 19 to...
The arrow level is more difficult. Getting the warp past the arrows is definitely worthwhile. Yeah, see, we've got the meta strats. I told y'all, there's meta strategy in this game. I guess I didn't tell anybody that beforehand, but whatever. Okay, lining up for the pixel-ish perfect jump.
With the daunting level 21.
Yeah, very low. Oh, no! That's life. That's Bongo life. It's terrifying. Like I said, we haven't seen anybody clear this level before, and this is why. But if anybody can do it, it's a dinosaur.
Hate this controller, bro.
Liz, it's added challenge. It's
Alright.
it's arcade accurate.
No, it is not.
It's not. Whatever. Quiet.
Alright.
It's arcade accurate in our hearts, and that's what matters. There's the
we go.
level 21 clear.
Our first level 21 clear by Liz Star.
Overshooting the jump, unfortunately.
That's okay. Bongo, you know, he should have worn glasses coming into the cave, you know? Oh, we're into the creepy music territory. Now, Liz, I will say that if you clear one loop, I'll go ahead and consider that good. But if you do not clear the loop, then you can go ahead and have one more attempt.
Okay.
I love how there's just spirits flying out of the lava above. Or below, I should say.
It's the ghost of all the bongos that fell in. Well, that is
Level
that attempt.
24.
Feel free to go ahead and do one more if you would like.
Okay.
I love how Liz is proverbially taking the gloves off now. Things are about to get real.
Yeah, taking the gloves off. Yes, this is the last one that I'm going to be able to stay for, but afterwards we will have our tech person announce the next two players, and once we're through the list, then we can have either more people sign up or start going through others who would like to jump into this again.
And once again, if you would love to get your hands on Bongo or potentially sign up for all of Kusogrande Live or just come and play Bongo for fun, by all means, please come on down here, sign up with our amazing tech friend over here. It's fun. It's a great time. You will love Bongo by the end of it, I promise you.
Yeah, and you'll probably play for about 3 minutes. That's great. The best 3 minutes of your life.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, everything's downhill from Bongo. Oh, you can do it, Bongo. Use those thigh muscles. Yeah.
Bongo does have an amazing walk cycle, probably one of my favorites I've seen out of a game from, what, 83?
Yeah, then again, like, how many platformers were in 83? I think there were quite a few, but how many good platformers? Probably one or two. Yeah, I mean, then again, you know, they would have been on Commodore 64 or Atari, and honestly, physics back in the day, they were really not figured out when it came to platformers. A lot of them had very fixed movement, you know, you had fixed jumps where you could only, you had no air control at all.
I'm gonna say, once you committed, like, that was your jump right then and there. And
yep. Not only that, but limited jump distance, so you would go a certain amount and then plummet straight down. Anybody who has played some UFO 50 knows some of the games there that have a very fixed jump distance before you go straight down. Very accurate for games of the time. Yeah, oh yeah, UFO 50 is also here at GDQ in the marathon. Definitely worth watching, worth checking out if you haven't played any before. A lot of games that you'll enjoy and a handful of games that you'll be like, I'll not play that. But that's sort of the theme of it. That, you know, a video game company, not every game is going to be a hit. And that's fine. You know, not everything has to be great. But at the same time, I think most of the games in UFO 50, there's somebody who likes them.
It's honestly still a game I need to sit down and play. I've had so many people tell me, like, oh, Seth, you would absolutely enjoy UFO 50. Like, this is right up your alley with everything you enjoy doing from, like, a classic and retro gaming perspective. So,
Yeah.
I need to check it out.
Okay, Liz, onto the tricky jumps again. This is our first, very nice first try through that screen. Always intimidating, but Liz making it look trivial. Liz also is gearing up for some good shenanigans coming
Oh
up.
no,
Unfortunately,
clipped by the
Jennifer,
moth.
she was trying to get everything lined up to make a level skip later on, but unfortunately died as she was going to skip this level.
Yeah.
But now she actually has to play this Nightmarish Land. No! Again, yeah, these jumps are incredibly difficult to make. Not only that, but you're being chased.
Oh no.
That's okay. One more life, and that will be the PB for Liz. And that is that. Good job. Fantastic, Liz. Thank you for sharing that, and as well as showing some new strats for players. Who are the next two? Oh, by the way, thank you, everybody. I have to run to go and do my escape room shift, so take care. I will be here for the entire Kusolev tomorrow, and then periodically throughout the week, I'll be here the whole time Friday as well. So see you all tomorrow.
24. 2-4.
Take it away, Seth.
All right. Hello, I am Seth Highwind, lovable, adorable, dorkable fox, and today we're going to be doing some more Kusogrande Live with Bongo the Arcade for our qualifiers. Once again, if you have any interest in joining us up here, by all means, please come on up, sign on up. We're still going through the list of first-timers, and once we get through that list, we'll go ahead and get started on repeats. Who are our next people coming up? Hoptor? Hoptor, got it. Hoptor, come on up. Hello, welcome. So, as you sit on down, select will add a credit, start will begin the game. Left and right on the joystick moves our titular character Bongo, and the A button is to jump. And you are good to start when you are ready.
All right, let's do it.
So once again, taking our time, already going all the way out to stage 3 with a misplaced jump. But it's okay. These jumps can be very tricky, especially with some of the physics on Bongo, our main character himself. With a lovely jumping animation, sometimes he likes to do a spin, sometimes he just jumps straight up and down. We all like to give some flair every now and then. I would love to know the story behind the little character that's just like chilling up there on the corner. Like, is he giving like Bongo some inspirational advice? Or is he the one actually like planning Bongo's demise while trapped within the cave? That was mean. The fact that the explosion has a hitbox is so rude. I also can't get over this beautiful bootleg cucaracha theme in the background. It is lovely, but that's okay. You've got another attempt here. Perfect. All right, now we're moving back on to our first quasi-loop. here on level 8, dodging all of the falling icicles and moths, collecting the treasure. Oh! All right, moving back onto level 9. I'm not gonna lie, seeing the falling crystals honestly reminds me a lot of Crystal Man stage for Mega Man 5. Oh, try to jump over the moth. And that is gonna be it, level 11. Fantastic job, Tor. Give a round of applause. All right, that was level 11. Hello, welcome on in.
Hello, hello.
So once again, once you have a seat, it's going to be left and right on the joystick to control bongo. Select is going to be adding a credit. Start will begin the game. A button is to jump. You are good to begin as soon as you're ready, Aster. And of course, as we're watching people navigate through the tricky cave, there have been plenty of treasures skewed all about. With each bit of the treasure you collect does reveal the bonus that not only adds a beautiful total to your score, but will also help you warp to the next stage, which can be definitely advantageous if you're trying to skip some tricky areas that you're definitely having difficulty with, or you might have seen other players have difficulty with. Oh. It is really interesting to see because there are definitely some jumps that you feel like you don't need to make, that you could simply walk off of the edge. Our little dinosaur friend is making his appearance over on the side. The cute little dinosaur does chase you if you take a certain amount of time on the stage, but getting up to level 6, but that's okay. You got another attempt at this? I definitely love that the dinosaur is like a big selling point of Bongo on the attract screen, where it just gives an entire page saying, hey, you are going to be chased by a dinosaur. And I absolutely love that, because the dinosaur has an absolutely adorable sprite, a goofy grin. He just wants a hug. So here we go, on to stage 5, and that is A-okay. You did a great job. Big round of applause for Aster, everybody. All right, who are our next two contestants? TD Warrior up on next, and Dest be on standby. Hello, TD Warrior, welcome on in. All right. As always, select will be your adding credit. Start will begin the game. Left and right on the joystick to move bongo, and A button is to jump. As soon as you're ready to go, let's get this started. All right, getting everything started as we are playing bongo over here. And of course, this is all for the qualifying rounds of Kusogrande Live, the bad video game tournament. If you're back there and like to sign up, by all means, please come on up and sign up with our lovely tech friends over here. We welcome everybody, even if you have played bongo before. That is A-okay for qualifiers. We try to keep things as blind as possible for the main tourney, but for qualifiers, we welcome everyone on down here. So if you want to give bongo a try or just here for have fun, please, by all means, come on in. Sign on up. Join the bongo life. On to level 7, making everything look nice and easy as we move on to level 8. We've got a lovely music change followed by more icicles. on to level 10 with a questionable frog boil thing jumping up and down. It's a cave of wonders. There's allowed to be some strange things here and every now and then. Waiting on the mob, taking out, jumping over, skipping the treasure. Ooh. All right, on to level 13. Oh. Was one away from a potential level skip and being taken down by the explosion of the icicles that have fallen from the ceiling. But it's all good. You got another attempt to take on and try to get higher than your current PB, so let's keep on going. You got this.
Can't just go.
Gonna try to pull up some more information on Bongo. I love on the Moby Games page for this thing is included into a group with just animals / dinosaurs for the main dinosaur that we have going after you, which states a lot that the dinosaur is just as an important main character as we could ever hope for, which is great. And I do love the fact that this arcade was programmed on machine code that was basically modified Galaxian hardware, which is beautiful. All right, moving on to level 10, with once again having to avoid the jumping frog. Oh, but that's all good. Awesome job. Thank you so much. Round of applause, everybody. I was level 12. All right, welcome on in, Dast. All right, left and right of the joystick. A button is to jump. Select will be to add a credit, start the game, as we've already started, and we've got things on going with Bongo. And I do believe that, as we've mentioned before, the person who created this, John Hutchison, currently runs a music shop. And I think this was the only game he's actually developed, if I believe correctly. All right, currently on stage 5, which will introduce our players to precision platforming upstairs. Oh, and taken out by the explosion of one of the icicles that are falling. I do honestly like the difficulty progression that Bongo does offer. It kind of gives you a sense of what to expect as each of these mini loops completes. Of course, the idea is to try to make as much progress as you can down below. With the level progression down below, so we could potentially, might possibly see a full-on game loop during this qualifier. All right, making it up to level 10 on your first attempt. Go ahead and get ready on your second attempt when you would like.
Alrighty.
There we go. All right, attempt number 2. And of course, the nice thing is when you're going into things blind, you know, it's always good to, you know, use that first attempt to kind of learn knowledge of how the stages work, how the physics work, and then use that knowledge and apply it to try to make a little bit more progress. You know, that's one of the nice things about Kusogrande, especially playing, or basically doing any type of line tournaments. It's always good to try to take things nice and slow as first. use those first few attempts to kind of realize exactly how games work. Use what you've learned and then start adjusting the speed as you're going on various loops as you continue to progress. And moving on down onto level 7. Beautiful jump over the moth. Oh, almost had it right there, but it's all good. Some of these jumps can be very tricky, especially with the limited view that you've got on Bongo. But it's all good. Don't let the dinosaur chase you. He moves not so fast. He's just trying to have a good time. Timing the jumps of the frog and moving successfully onto level 13. Oh! Trying to adjust, but being taken out by a rock. Beautiful, beautiful progress here as the ever-changing cave changes. Oh, and taken out by a rock, but that's okay. Level 14 is a PB. Awesome, awesome job. All right, who do we have up next? All right, Demon RHK, please make your way on up. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the wonderful, exciting world of Bongo. As you take a seat, select will be adding the credit. Start will let you start the game. Left and right on the joystick to move Bongo, and the A button is to jump. Of course, here at Kusogrande, we do a wide variety of games, not just limited to arcade games. We have things that have layered to so many different types of systems, even going all the way through. If it is something fun and janky, we like to find it. We like to challenge people to it, because after all, there is nothing better than playing a good or even a questionably bad game. Honestly, that is kind of the fun thing about Bongo. There is a great degree of freedom with the air movement. A lot of games in this day, especially like platformers, the second you would take a jump, you were almost locked into it, or you would have no air movement whatsoever. So the fact that you've got a great deal of freedom here for Bongo, especially for like 1983, is really surprising, honestly. All right, level 6, but that's all good. You got your other attempt, so whenever you are ready, let's go ahead and throw Bongo back into the cave. Listen, if a dinosaur wants to talk, I would more than be happy to sit down and have a lovely conversation with this. I think it's meant to be a T-Rex, but it just is A-okay. Level 4 was your PB. By all means, I recommend if you would like to stick around and try again as we get through our list, by all means, please come back. I think it was 4. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyways, we go ahead and get our next bit of Bongo up and going. Welcome on in, Radamiro. It's all good. We got the other credits, so let's go ahead and get back in. You've got this. Now, of course, as we're going on through, we have the amazing Cave of Wonders as we're going on through with our Tyler character, Bongo, making his way on through. I love his little adventure hat. The all-red outfit, all-encompassing with a bright blue belt, the thing that every explorer needs. Of course, now we've made it this far, we have the moth now contend with. There we go. Moving on over to level 5 with the first staircase we've got. I do love the fact that as like the T-Rex is chasing you, the T-Rex knows how to defy gravity and just doesn't take these jumps. They just goes straight forward, flying, if you will, which I guess paleontologists get some things wrong. I guess dinosaurs really, mainly T-Rexes, did have wings, which would kind of explain their tiny little arms. They're like mini propellers, if you will. But it's all good. All right, moving on to level 8. With our bootleg cucaracha playing in the background with the explosion damage from the icicles, which is very rude in my opinion, but you know what? Making it all the way up to level 9. A fantastic job on the run. Big round of applause, everybody. All right, who do we have up next? Tustin 2121. Hello. Come on in, have a seat. Welcome to the amazing world of Bongo. So with the controller itself, you've got select will add your credits, start will begin your game, use the joystick left and right to move Bongo through the cave, and A button is your jump button. And you're good to get started as soon as you are ready. Once again, this is Kusogrande Live, the Bad Video Game Tournament. We are currently holding qualifiers. We'll be here for the entirety of the week with our Bad Video Game Tournament. Bongo is our lovely qualifying game of choice, but by all means, if you can't be here for the entire week and still want to get into the Bad Video Game action, please come on down, sign on up. Everybody is welcomed. Even if you've played Bongo before, if you want to get a taste of bad video games, if you've never really had the chance to really try them out, by all means, come on down, sign on up. The more people we can introduce to Bongo, the happier Bongo and our little dinosaur buddy will be. As we are currently getting used to the questionable jumping mechanics of Bongo. Having to kind of learn exactly where his placement, footing placement will be, where the sprite and hitbox are. As Tustin has made their way all the way up to level 6. Right on the way on to level 8. Right now we have falling ice, but we also need to contend with the moths. The moths that just chew through anything in their path. Ooh, beautiful jump. Just barely hit the screen transition without taking the damage from the moth. Excellent job on the way up to level 9. Beautiful, beautiful first attempt all the way up to level 9. You're good to start your next attempt when ready. I do have to wonder if this is just a moss or if this is like a Nickelodeon slime type texture on the ground, which would probably explain why Bongo's having a hard time sticking his landings. You figure this stuff might be sticky, but you know, if he's just having troubles jumping, you know, it could just be slickness. Can't get that right friction on that slime. See, how could you want to run away from that dinosaur? He just has a big smile. He just wants a friend. The dinosaur has been like so lonely in this cave, he just wants to talk to you, and yet we're being very unfriendly and running away. All right, up to level 9. Now, if you're able to maintain it, if you're able to grab a treasure, not only will we get a nice score bonus, you will also skip the stage and move on to the next challenge with a fresh bonus board ready to be filled out yet again. Beautiful, beautiful job, making it all the way up to level 10. Where now we are introduced to our blue frog friends. You also got an extra life there, which is beautiful. So, it is all good as we have the strange, honestly, blue Goomba with the jumping height of something I've never seen before. Beautiful jump over the moth. All right, all the way up to level 12. All good on level 13 now, where we now have moths, icicles, a bit of a larger gap to jump over the lava. Beautiful job on the level 14. And some more treasures that honestly look like they're just in really not advantageous places. And that moth has been a place that has gotten so many of our runners today. You want to instinctively make that first jump over, but the second you make that jump, that moth is in there to ruin your day. On to level 16, we've got some fun moving platforms. And of course, as Tustin has discovered, the roof of the platforms does count as a roof, but all the way to level 16, amazing job for second attempt. Big round of applause for Tustin. Excellent, excellent job. Using the smarts and knowledges gained from that first attempt and using this to go even further and further. Beautiful, beautiful job. All right, Derek MK, welcome on board. All right, select will add your credits. Start will begin the lovely game of bongo. Left and right on the joystick will move our character, and A button is your lovely jump button. You are good to begin when ready. You know, I actually do wonder what other games were done using like the Galaxian hardware, because usually when I think of Galaxian, I think it was mostly just made for shmups, but the fact that it was able to get a platformer on here is actually pretty impressive in my mind. All right, we are currently moving on to level 7. Hello and welcome everybody as you come on in. Beautiful level skip, moving straight on to level 8. For those who are just now joining us, this is Kusogrande Live, the Bad Video Game Tournament. We are currently holding open qualifiers. If you'd like to sign up and get your hands dirty, by all means, please come on over, sign on up. As soon as we get through everyone's first attempts, we will then be moving on to people who would like to do repeat runs. Even if you're not able to be here for the entirety of... If you can't be here for the entirety of the week, it's A-okay. Still encourage you to come sign up, play some bongo, get your hands into the Kusogrande and Bad Video Game life. As we've got a cute little dinosaur making his way up to bongo, just wanting a hug, wanting a good friend to talk with as we approach level 12. Ooh. Skirting danger with the frogs, we move on to level 13. Ooh. Getting hit by the falling ice. And then being kissed by a moth. Level 13 for attempt 1. Awesome, awesome job. You got another attempt on you lined up, so as soon as you are ready to go, you're good to get started. Of course, we are doing our best to get our friend Bongo through this cave as he collects all sorts of relics and trinkets. All of these things that more than likely probably belong in a museum that have been lost to time. Honestly, would love to see Indiana Jones within this cave and all of the side comments that he would probably make as he's running on through. But of course, because we got a dinosaur, I guess it would make more sense for Lara Croft to probably be in this cave instead, since she's had run-ins with dinosaurs before, which Still trying to wrap my head around that, but you know what? If she can be in the Lost World and not run into Turok, it's fine. I'm pretty sure our brave friend Bongo here can do whatever he wants to, but that's all good. Beautiful, beautiful job. Congratulations. Thank you so much. 14. That first run was amazing. You did an amazing job. All right, who do we have up next? Miranda Dragon. Come on up. Hello, hello. You're gonna be right over there. Like I said, I love that the dinosaur has its own splash page on the attract screen. It is beautiful. So, Miranda Dragon, as far as the controls go, select will be adding your credits. Start is starting the game. You'll be using left and right on the joystick to move Bongo, and then A button will be your jump button. So as soon as you are ready to go,
I get one try?
you're
One try? Or how many credits?
you get 2 tries, so 2 credits.
All right.
All right, once again, starting off nice and simple, trying to get easy into the world of Bongo with some very basic jumps, kind of giving you a feel how the jumps are going to be before they start adding more obstacles like these falling icicles, before giving everyone's good friend Mr. Moth into play. I said it before and I'll say it again, I actually kind of like the difficulty curve that Bongo has to offer. It kind of gives you these nice jumps to kind of get you used to the jumping mechanics before it starts throwing more stuff at you and gradually goes from like simple 2-screen jumps before we eventually make our way to the staircase and getting bonked on the head by the first falling icicle. Beautiful jump being missed by the moth as we get to our first staircase screen of the game. As we have our fun little caveman up in the upper right-hand corner that I feel like is trying to encourage Bongo to just make it across, but once again, the second you like die, the caveman just jumps up and down in glee. So, friend, foe, I'll leave that up to you. Also, I know it's supposed to be a spear, but it looks like a toothbrush, so maybe he's just trying to encourage good dental hygiene. I know we've got like Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon on like the actual awful game block, so could be like a precursor to good old-fashioned Rex Ronan up there. All right, on to stage number 7 and making it look nice and smooth with the fancy flips and spins. On to level 8 with the cucaracha music playing in the background. Beautiful jump over the moth on to stage number 9. I don't know, I feel like we need to give our dinosaur friend a name. Red? Fred? I love that. Fred the dinosaur. Fred the T-Rex. Oh, falling right on down through it, but that's all good. Level 11 for attempt number 1. Excellent, excellent job. When you are ready, Miranda, you are good to get started on your attempt number 2. Level 11 is your current PB. Let's see if you're able to make further progress, but that's the fun part about Kuso. Kind of use that first attempt to kind of get used to the mechanics, get used to the ideas, physics, or lack thereof physics in games, and then using that to try and make more progress on your next attempt or further attempts as you go on through. Oh, that's something I honestly really enjoy about just doing blind runs on games, just trying to figure out like how the camera, that's mainly in 3D games, basically how the controls work and function, and like once you feel like you've got a good latch on things, then you start actively trying to make that progress as you go further and further in. All right, moving on down to the downward staircase. Doing precision jumps to make their way down, which is beautiful. Now on to stage number 8. Oh, and got hugged by Fred. Now the question is, does Fred talk like the dinosaurs from Where Back, a Dinosaur Story? Which if he talks, does that mean Fred likes to sing as well as we make our way to stage number 10 with our first jumping frogs and falling on down? That is all good. Excellent, excellent job, Miranda. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, and who do we have up next after Miranda? Alpha, come on up. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Kuso stage. All right, Alpha. For bongo, select will be adding your credits. Start begins the game. Left and right on the joysticks moves bongo, and then the A button is your jump. You get 2 credits to try and make as much progress as you can. And you are good to start whenever.
Do you need to add the credits first or after?
There should add credits, and then you're good to hit start.
2?
Yep, 2 attempts. All right, back into the cave we go with bongo. And immediately getting hugged by Fred the dinosaur. Our good friend Fred will start chasing you as the stage progresses, kind of the way to intimidate the player to go as fast as possible. It's a beautiful deterrent to try to prevent people from just kind of staying on one screen for too long. Try to give a bit of anxiety induced into the game, but that's a-okay. As we've established, Fred is a friendly dinosaur, just wants to invite you over for tea and biscuits, get to know you a little bit better, possibly enjoy a nice snack with you. Beautiful! Oh my God. Threading the needle between the ice and the moth? Ooh. All right, we here on stage 5, our first look at a staircase. That is a-okay. You still got another attempt ready and ready to go. Nice thing is now that you know that Fred is a looming presence, you kind of get a sense of exactly how long you're able to kind of stand still and stay on the screen before our dinosaur friend comes up to invite you over to that lovely tea time snack. And once again, you are definitely incentivized to try to grab as much treasure as you can in one go. Be able to get 6 bits of treasure. Not only do you get a very lovely score bonus, but they'll also give you a level warp, which can definitely be used to your advantage, especially if you're trying to skip some levels that you just do not want anything to do with. And that is it. Way to go, Alpha. Beautiful, beautiful attempt. Making up to stage 5. Games can be jank, games can be difficult. It's all good, no matter what happens. Everyone's amazing in my eyes, because these games can be quite challenging. That's kind of, part about being blind. There are some games you excel at, there are some games you just don't excel at. But everyone has something they're special and unique in some way. Who do we have up next? No one. All right. So with that, if you would like to come up to do a second attempt to try to beat your PB, let us know so we can get you jotted down. I'm about to say, more bongo. Yeah. All right, who do we have coming up again? Blues? All right, and what was your previous PB?
21.
21, all right. All right, Author Blues, you know the drill, you know the game. It's bongo, let's go.
I just need more bongo.
He's gonna be just sitting there, just taking a nap, or just trying to go to bed later tonight, and just has like the music going on loop, dreams of bongo. Does Author Blues dream of bongo? If not now, they definitely will be at the end of this. I don't know. I always feel like if you have dreams of video games, you've either been playing that game way too much or that game has completely taken over your life. I mean, Liz was telling me earlier that when she was learning this game and like running it, she had a fever dream of like a strat that didn't know was possible, and then implemented it in their stream the next day. And turns out, like, yes, it is actually possible what she fever dreamed. So, you know, dreams can influence and find new strats in games. So dreams are a gateway into a portion of our mind and soul we didn't know existed. So, you know, maybe take a cat nap in the game room. Figure out what you want to do. Come up with a new strategy. Come right back on up and implement it. Anything is possible. This Author Blues is making their way all the way up to level 11. Collecting treasure they go. Fred is in hot pursuit. All right, getting the Cross of Coronado and making their way to level 13. Getting upside the head, collecting the crown. I don't know, I feel like at this point we just need to start like naming all these different things of like like after actual treasure. So let's just say this is the, what, Crown of King Arthur at this point? We don't know where this cave is or what's going on. All we know is we've got important historical artifacts all over the place. Making, yep, still two. So yeah, we got the Crown of King Arthur, the Cross of Coronado. That definitely belongs in a museum. Multiple crosses is just as soon as Bongo lines his pockets, he's got all these holes and they just happen to drop down. Fred has to, you know, rearrange them somehow. Fred's just trying to make this a fun challenge for our good man. I love how jarring the music changes, which I believe like this track plays for this, and then we go straight to another music track. So you just get like whiplash with like multiple different types of music left to right as you go along. Ooh, beautiful. Oh no. All right, up to stage 8. Again, we are doing our best to try to make more progress past personal best of 21. Fred doesn't care about gravity. Fred just does what Fred wants to do. All right, as we move on to stage 13, where we've got both the moths and the crystals falling from the ceiling. Beautifully, beautifully done. On to stage 14. Question is, Author Blues choosing to skip the treasure, saving it for possibly another screen that they're just trying to skip. That is a good strategy for Bongo if you know exactly what to expect. Sometimes grabbing that treasure to get past sneaky situations like this with a moving platform and bonking your head on the ceiling is a very good use of a stage skip. All right, moving on to stage 18, where once again we have more mobs, more crystals. Mobs coming at a higher frequency than we're used to. And on to the dreaded stage 19 with the arrows. Ooh, beautiful. Excellent job. Moving on to stage number 20, where we have more arrows, more frogs. All right, here we go. Level 21. with the pixel-perfect precision jumping over the pool of lava, makes the first jump, makes the second, and gets the stage skip onto level 22. Oh, makes it onto stage 23. All right, we're on to 24. This is currently the furthest we've seen our competitors get, as they have to jump over the soul pit of lava with the souls escaping from the caves of the countless bongos that have lost their lives spelunking in this beautiful place. Oh! Okay. It's all good. You've got plenty of time to decide. That's it. On to stage 25. Personal best of the run so far. Author Blues now on to stage 26. Oh, this looks like...
Nope.
Oh! Still level 26. Big round of applause for Author Blues. Furthest we have seen in the qualifier today. Beautiful, beautiful job. I'm not even playing and my heart is racing right now. I'm so bongo filled now. All right, up next we have Jazzy. Jazzy, what is your current personal best?
11.
11, perfect. All right, Jazzy stepping on in, coming back into the wonderful world of bongo. And of course, once again, we are opening qualifying rounds for Kusogrande Live, the bad video game tournament. Qualifying this year on bongo, which honestly I think is a big step up from us doing pyramid last year on the hardest difficulty, which even though I wasn't here for it since I was currently flying out for the event, I have heard nothing but horror stories from those who had the pleasure or displeasure, if you will, of having to be forced through a pyramid to get their hands onto the actual tournament itself. So definitely a step up from pyramid this year, I believe. It is indeed a low bar. But I mean, this is Kuso. We always find ways to, like, you think the bar is low? No. We'll make that bar lower and lower if we get a chance to. Now, of course, if you can't be here for the entirety of the week, we still encourage you to come on up, sign up. It's all for good fun. It's all for bad video games, which is a common connection and thread we all know, love, and share. And of course, if you enjoy bad games, I do encourage, if you want to take a watch, we do have Awful Block later on this week, full of many, many a bad video game, including some cult classic favorites like Rex Ronin, as well as Waterworld on PC, which I have personally never seen the PC version. I'm used to everyone's favorite Virtual Boy version. So you know what? I am all down for seeing more Waterworld. And then again, that's like one of those movies I will defend till the end of time because most people hate it. I personally think it's a cult classic, and I can't get enough of Waterworld personally. But we're not talking about Waterworld. We're talking about Bongo, our spelunking friend with the cute little hat that's both up and down at the same time, wearing the blue explorer belt. After all, this is what gives Bongo his super amazing ability to jump. It is the belt and the belt alone. Change my opinion, please. Once again, we are following Jazzy on their second attempt, purposely skipping the crown. Once again, if you're able to get 6 treasures on a run without losing a life, it does not only give you a sweet, sweet score bonus, it also gives you a very nice level warp, which can be used to skip stages that you just cannot stand. Getting the extra life in the process, choosing to skip the Cross of Coronado. Moving on to stage number 9. And taking the level skip to be honest, that treasure is in kind of a trollless position where if you're trying to skip it, it just might not be possible to get that pixel perfect jump beforehand and then move on to the next one. But we are back at stage 11. Collecting the cross and the ring of power. And moving on to stage 12. Already making progress with our smiling blue frogs. All right, stage 13, where we've got not only falling blocks of ice, but we also have Mr. Moth wanting to also say hello. Chew through you, because moths have super biting strength in this. Don't question it, it's a video game. We just kind of roll with the punches as we go along in stage number 14. I just can't get over how much I'm just thoroughly enjoying the music in this game. It is a catchy ditty on every single stage, and it's going to be burned into my skull as I go through the rest of the event this year. If there's anything I will definitely have dreams of, it's going to be this music. On to stage 16, where we get our lovely first aspects of moving platforms. Of course, have to be very careful when trying to navigate this treacherous terrain. The platforms above you will bonk your head and prevent you from jumping up. There is collision, unfortunately, on the platforms. Oh, but that's okay. Level 17. It's all about commitment at this point. Beautifully done. Moving on to stage 18, a new personal best for Jazzy. Fantastic job. All the way up to stage 18. Big round of applause. Beautiful, beautiful job. Hello, welcome on back. All right, we have a superstar Sage. What was your personal best?
I have no clue.
No clue?
I can't remember.
It's all good.
It's all lost.
21, so we've got another 21er. All right, superstar jumps right back into the fray with Bongo. So once again, purposely picking up the treasures, potentially going to be saving that last treasure for an all-important level skip. But also getting all the points that they can to try to get an extra life. All right, go ahead and taking a level skip, moving straight on to stage number 7. Beautiful, threading the needle between the icicle and the flying moth coming on in. So we make our way up to the staircase with our good Froggo friend. Ooh! Choosing to jump over the moth with the spiral jump. And taking the added level bonus skip and the 20,000 point. Ah, and Fred has made his appearance. Once again, if you take too long on a stage, I swear. Oh. Up to stage 14. Choosing to skip the treasure as we make on through. And the moth on 15 claims another victim. Once again, you get into that lovely groove. You know you got to make that first jump when you're to the screen, but then the moth comes in to slap you back down to reality, reminding you that, yes, we do exist in this cave, and nothing is as it seems. Now, if you take too long on the stage, our good T-Rex friend Fred will start creeping on up on you, but it's a-okay. He just wants to meet you, wants to have a nice conversation, invite you over for some tea and cookies. All right, up to level 19. Going to taking the treasure skip to avoid the arrows and the moving platforms. All right, here we go, level 21. This is the first stage with the spoopy music, as well as pixel perfect jumps to make it over the boiling pit of magma. Beautiful jump through the first one. We got a second jump. All right. Can we make the final jump? Yes, we can. Moving on to stage 22. Oh! I clipped through the moth, basically? On to stage 23. And gets a level skip going on to stage number 24. All right, now we got the pixel perfect jumping along with the souls escaping from the cave. Trying to find that sweet spot, but doesn't find it, but still up to stage 24. Excellent, excellent job, superstar. Big round of applause. That was credit 1?
Yeah.
Dang. Once again, unfortunately, those falling icicles, you do take damage from the explosion, which is just basically shards of glass careening into your thighs, which would prevent Bongo from trying to make jumps, which would understandably why we get taken out. All right. Once again, I think that is probably like the trollish piece of treasure in this. As if you decide not to collect it, you then have to try to jump over it, but then you might honestly bonk your head on a falling icicle from above. So it's a very, very trying situation, but jumping over the moth. Also, the fact that Fred has learned how to clip in and out of walls like it's a nothing just appears from like a platform that like shouldn't feasibly contain somebody, but they find a way to do it, which is adorable, and I love it every single way, shape, and form. Being taken out by the falling icicle. As we make our way on in. All right, on to stage number 15, falling into the pit of magma. But it is A-okay. Moving on to the first bit of moving platforms. Hello there. If you want to come back around, just let us know right up here, and then we'll be able to get you right back up. Okay. You can stay up to take care of her. So, like right now our highest is 25. Yeah, but I think so far like we've got like a 24 and a 25. So I don't have like the 21s are probably solid. You're welcome. 26. No problem. All right, back on to level 21. All right, back onto level 22, getting the level skip. Was hoping to save the level skip for everyone's. Oh no! Still amazing, amazing job. A big round of applause. All right.
Don't choke.
We believe in you, Derek. All right. Derek MK is stepping back up into the fray. Back into the caves of Bongo. slowly but surely making their way through the initial stages. You know, I do have to wonder whenever Bongo is staring off into the background, the black abyss, what exactly is further into the cave that we're not actually seeing? Because, I mean, if he's putting his focus back there, there has to be something cool back there that we just can't see. Could be anything back there. Could be a boat. Could be the actual way out of the cave, but Bongo is like, no, 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 no. I don't want to escape. I want all the treasure. That conveniently continues to fall out of their pockets as they progress further on in, slipping off the tiny platform on stage 6, unfortunately losing 5 of the bonuses for a potential stage skip, but that's all right. We can easily re-rack that treasure. All right, we are halfway down. 3 more pieces of treasure to collect for that all-important level skip. Missing the platform and falling on down on stage number 10. The staircase, honestly, is really tricky. Because sometimes you feel like you're going to make it, and then Bongo just happens to just miss the jump or potentially fall through the floor that you thought was going to be solid ground. All right, on to stage 13. Being taken out by a moth, but it's all good. And then the explosion does end Derek all the way up to stage 13 on credit attempt 1. You're going to start your second attempt when ready. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Now, of course, at this point, we are allowing people who have taken attempts to come back up and retry. So if you have taken an attempt before and you want to go again, please let us know. If you're interested in playing Bongo for the first time, we are still welcoming anyone who wants to sign up to sign up. This, after all, is the qualifiers for Kusogrande Live, the Bad Video Game Tournament, live here at GDQ 2025. Or GDQ, I should say. Outside of that, even if you can't participate for the full weekend, full week, we do encourage you to come on down, sign on up so you can get some Bad Video Game action in. Everybody is welcomed, even if you have somehow played Bongo before, that is A-okay. Oh no, being taken out by the ice block. That is the difficulty of trying to skip the treasure. But honestly, a beautiful, beautiful job, Derek. Thank you so much for coming back up. All right. No. All right, who do we have coming back up? All right, Miranda, welcome back. All right, Miranda, you know the drill, you know the game. It's time to jump back into Le Bongo. Once again, as people come on up, you get 2 full credits, which could equal to about 4 lives, potentially more if you're able to get the extra life bonus. What was Miranda's PB? 12. All right, Miranda, come on up, looking to best their previous PB of level 12. Diving back into the wonderful world of Bongo, our intrepid explorer going through the cave of Fred the T-Rex. Opting to skip the crown. which honestly is a valid strategy. Once again, if you're able to get 6 treasures in a row without losing a life, you do get a all-important level skip, which can be used to skip some of the more trollless stages that Bongo has to offer.
That jump is cruel.
It's all good. Attempt number 1 ending at stage 6 with some of the tricky jumps between the smaller platforms suspended above air. Because even though there is solid ground down below, Bongo is not immune to the thing they like to call fall damage. Oh, it's all good. Remember, it's a-okay to take time on these stages. Fred will appear, but Fred doesn't move at a lightning fast speed, so you can take your time on some of the stages, figure out the flow, figure out how you want to move things. Beautiful thread between the falling icicle and the moth as we work our way up to level 5 with the first staircase. All right, on to stage 6 with the suspended platforms. Thankfully, there are no tricks and traps to try to make you panic and rush your way through outside of Fred. Moving on to the descending staircase. Taking the cross with 1 more, we'll be able to get a level skip. Beautiful, beautiful done. On to stage number 9. Oh, missing the edge of the platform. And unfortunately resetting that bonus count. Now this one has been a bit difficult to try to skip the treasure on in, but now we're up to stage 10. Advancing beautifully onto stage number 11, which now we unfortunately have the mobs to contend with. Beautiful, beautiful job jumping over the moth. And now 2 more jumps onto stage number 12. Which is all about timing and commitment. There we go. New PB on stage number 13. Way to go, Miranda. Hey, it's all good. PBs are PBs. Beautiful, beautiful job. All right, Alpha, welcome, welcome on back. All right, Alpha, as soon as you are ready, you're good to get started. All right, jumping back into the Cave of Bongo, where arbitrarily our spike pit gets replaced by lava pits. Of course, you need to be extra careful with those falling icicles. The art of them crashing onto the ground, exploding into shards of glass. That explosion will inadvertently take out our intrepid explorer. Try to jump over the moth, but succumb to injuries, but it's a-okay. You got another credit at your disposal. Let's jump back in. All right, moving on to stage number 4. We got the combination of the moth and the ice. Beautiful jump. Oh no, and gets taken out by the icicle as it falls. That is a tricky, tricky spot. Alpha's got the right idea. Beautiful job moving on to stage number 5. Getting past the stairs onto the floating platforms. It's all good, Alpha, on stage number 6. Just barely missing the platform. Beautiful job on attempt number 2. Great job,
That
Alpha.
was PB at least.
All right, I believe we have a new challenger to the world of bongo. All right, you're gonna head right over here to this platform. Zeria Demonder?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Say zero, yeah.
Zeria? Perfect. All right, so since you're new to bongo, select is going to be adding your credits. Start button begins the game. You're going to use the joystick to move bongo left and right, and A button is your jump button. You will be given 2 attempts, so 2 credits. So you are good to begin when you are ready.
All right.
All right, we have a brand new person into the fray. Everyone give it up for Zeria for their first attempt at bongo. It's always great when we get new blood coming into the thing, being taken out, unfortunately, by the first ice spear. But that is A-okay. First attempts are always those learning attempts, trying to figure out exactly the timing of certain obstacles, also kind of getting to terms with the questionable controls of our Tyler character, Bongo. Oh, a beautiful job jumping over the moth and sidestepping underneath the thing. Now we're going over to the first true staircase. All right, stage 6, we kind of have our first taste of like floating platforms for the first bit of fall damage, and clipping through the final of the platforms. This area can be tricky for newcomers to bongo, and scoring an extra life in the process, which is awesome. All right, moving on to the descending stairs. All right, as we move on to stage 8 and the bootleg version of Cucaracha playing in the background, we now have 2 things of ice and the moth following you at this time. Not worrying too much about the moth. Oh, came very close to threading the needle between the 2. All the way on stage 8 for attempt number 1. A beautiful job. As we now join into the second attempt of bongo for Zeria. All right, electing to jump over the spot where the icicles have been spawning and falling. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful job. Taking the treacherous path of jumping between the moth and the ice. As we move on to stage number 6. And picking up the extra life with that 1 piece of treasure. Moving on to stage 8. There we go, stage number 9 now. Not panicking as Fred makes his grand appearance behind, but that's all good. All right, stage number 10, it's the staircase again, but now we got a bouncing blue frog. Going on through Kissing the Frog, stage 10, beautiful job for first attempt. Excellent job.
Thanks.
Thank you. Big round of applause for Zeria. Yes. All right. Once again, if you'd like to attempt to improve your PB if you played before, please come on up. If you would like to participate and you've not participated, we are still welcoming newcomers for the Kusogrande live qualifier with our good game bongo. All right. And what was your PB, my friend?
16, I think.
16? Perfect. So, and it's Z-Surf?
Yes.
Z-Surf, perfect. Cool. All right, Z-Surf stepping back into the ring of Bongo. Trying to see if they can best their attempt of 16. We're all rooting for you. You got this. Take that current knowledge of your previous attempt and use it to get as far as you can. Now with Bongo, of course, we had to have the treasure littered about on all the different stages. If you're able to collect 6 without dying, not only do you get a added bonus of 10,000 points, you also get a chance to skip the current level that you are on. With every single bit of treasure you're able to complete past that initial 6, you do get more bonuses added, which can be used to collect extra lives, which are going to be oh so important for trying to make that progress. And of course, then we kind of get on to a tricky stage, stage number 8. How to contend with both the ice and the moth. Beautiful, beautiful job. Moving on our way back onto stage 10 with the ascending staircase and our jumping frog boyo. I do have to wonder what these creatures in this cave do in their spare time when there's not like an intrepid explorer trying to like steal all of the treasure from their cave. Do they just hang out? What is the food chain situation? Are they all running in fear from our good friend Fred the T-Rex? I say it's all good. Do not feel like you need to rush the stage because Fred has made an appearance. All right, moving on to stage 13. Now, instead of 1 icicle, we get 2 icicles. Trying to adjust the jump and getting bonked on the head. Ooh. That was close, but makes short work of it onto stage 14. But that's A-okay. Still got another attempt. It's all about using that prior knowledge and trying to utilize it in the best way possible. And sometimes nerves can get the best of you, especially when you're kind of put on the spot. But it's all about just remembering we're all here for a good time. We're all here for our love of bad video games. That's all what Kusogrande is about, is bringing everyone together under one common banner. And honestly, there are some bad games out there that you just absolutely love and some people just cannot stand. Sometimes, honestly, you come out of Kusogrande with a new fun appreciation in some games you never thought you'd love, and next thing you know, you're going out buying a copy of the game so you can play more of it in your free time. I know I've done that with like multiple games I played over the years in Kusogrande. All right, getting the extra life. Honestly, stage 8 is kind of like where the difficulty ramps up because of the chiming the jump over the moth as well as the icicles. But stage 8 is where we go on attempt number 2. Awesome job trying to get your PB. Beautiful, beautiful job. Thank you again for trying. All right. Do we have anyone else who would like to come up, try to best their PB? Anyone who wants to try their hand at bongo for the first time? Come on back up. Welcome back, Miranda. I say we are going until 1:30, if I remember correctly, so we still have time for people to come on up to try their hands at bongo for the first time, as well as anyone who wants to continue to make multiple attempts. There's still time to do so. And of course, we are using bongo as our qualifying game this year for Kusogrande Live. And for anyone who's currently in the game room who doesn't want to try to do the full tourney but still wants to come up, we encourage everyone to come up and try. There is plenty of fun to be had, and especially if you are trying to go for it and you make it into the tourney, this is just kind of a taste of what's to come in the week ahead here at AGDQ 2025. Using this time to also promote the Awful Game Block, where if you love bongo and are curious what other bad games are out there, Awful Block will be a great way to kind of introduce you into the world of bad video gaming. All right, on stage number 8, which has been giving runners some difficulty. Beautiful job threading the needle between the ice and the moth. Oh! Overshot the jump just by a bit. All right, on stage 11. Jumping over the moth. All right, as we progress from 11 to 13. Bit of a wider gap with the lava this time around. Oh, and gets hit over the head with an icicle, but it's A-okay. We still got one final attempt on this credit. Beautiful thread once again. Oh, come on. And falls off the platform on 14, but that's A-okay. You still have another attempt to continue on further. One stage away from the trollish stage 15. But as we go on through, beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it when runners are able to like thread the needle between the ice falling and the moth. It's so satisfying to watch. And it's also just a very good strategy for timing. All right, so once again, if we can collect that one extra bit of treasure, we can skip a stage, but choosing to skip that treasure, which honestly is a valid strategy for some of the more difficult stages coming up. Collecting the extra life in the process, choosing, oh, beautiful, beautifully done. Skipping not only the treasure, but also threading the needle, oh. Once again, I think this is like one of the worst bits of treasure in the game because you want to skip it and then you just kind of get taken out by the icicle from above. All right, on stage 11, missing the jump. But it's A-okay, we still got this. It's that last jump that is just so annoying for the hanging platforms. All right, on to stage number 13. All right, stage 15, remember that first moth? Perfect! All right, on to stage 16. This is where we get moving platforms introduced. But still, amazing, amazing attempt, Miranda.
It's a new PB, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
PB, 16. Nicely, nicely done. All right. Have anyone else wish to come up to try their hand, either at Bonga? All right.
Honestly, I just want to play more bongo.
Just wants to play more bongo. I've never heard a more true statement in my life up until this point. Welcome back, Jazzy. And what was Jazzy's PB?
18.
18, all right. See, that's A-okay. If you want to come up and play more bongo, who are we to say no? Bongo is love. Bongo is life. right, purposely skipping the crown on stage number 5. Music is to get 2 more to get that all-important level skip, which could be utilized later on down the line. Choosing to jump over the cross. Oh no, gets taken out by the ice cube, but it's all good. You got an extra life out of that, so you know what? You can use that to just, it doesn't count. Never counted. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
Come on, Fred.
Oh, not being daunted by Fred, dipping underneath the moth. As we are moving on into stage number 10. Ascending staircases with frogs jumping up and down as we move on to 11 with Mr. Moth, as well as the suspended platforms. All right, now this one might be a tricky treasure skip. That's all good. Taking the level skip, moving straight on to level 13, which has been giving our runners some varying degrees of difficulty. Oh, but choosing to thread the needle, making it look great onto stage 14, where we get more falling ice, more treasures to be found. Skipping the cross as we move on to 15, remembering to not take the bait from the moth. All right, 16 is where things are going to get a little bit tricky with moving platforms. There is collision on the platform above, so it's kind of a pixel-perfect jump, trying to find that special place where Bongo does not collide with the ceiling. Oh no, missing a key jump, going back to the bottom. Just gotta find that sweet spot. Ah, taking a nice double jump right there, making it look good and easy. All right, stage number 17. It's another one of those descending bits, but now we've added a moth to the mix, because, you know, more moths. Oh no, getting clipped by the frog on the way down. All right, stage 18. All right, new PB, 19, but now we have the dreaded arrows. This is where things might get a little difficulty, having to not only time the platform, but the arrows and Fred, but that's A-okay. New PB of 19 on attempt number 1. Excellent, excellent job, Jazzy. You still got a second attempt on you, so let's see if we can make it past 19. But once again, Jazzy's not up here for personal best. Jazzy's just up here to play more bongo.
It's
It's
good.
good. It's good, Jazzy says.
Oh, I like it.
I mean, honestly, once again, you find bad games that you just love. Some games just automatically click for you and you fall in love with it. Then you can go, you know, back home and tell your friends, yeah, I got this new awesome game everyone should play. And then your friends will either love you or hate you for the rest of your life. It's kind of similar to playing a game of Mario Party at that aspect.
Or Dokapon.
Oh my gosh, Dokapon. I have made mistakes of introducing friends to Dokapon Kingdom, getting about only 30 minutes in to the point where they've kind of just like torn the controller out of like my GameCube and said, all right, that's it, we're done. Is this like, but we have to play more Dokapon. Now, honestly, if I want to troll my friends with a party game, that's when I pull out Sonic Shuffle on the Dreamcast. Jumping over the moth on stage 11. Oh! I say this is the good case of just patiently waiting for that moth to pass overhead. Fred takes a while to spawn. It's gonna be A-okay. That frog has a notoriously sketchy hitbox where you think you're going to be okay, and his leg will just kind of clip the top of Bongo's hat. Ooh. Danger strats. I love it. You love to see it. All right, back on to stage 16 where we got moving platforms and a bonkable collision above you. It's all good. You still got a PB of 19. Way to go, Jazzy. Big round of applause for Jazzy, everybody. All right. Do we have anyone who wants to come up to continue? Do we have any first-timers? All right. Demon? Welcome back to the fray. And Demon, what was your previous PB?
That would be 4.
4.
4.
Fantastic. Once again, you get 2 credits for your attempts going back into the wonderful world of bongo. With a little ditty that will get stuck in your head quicker than Bubble Bobble. Taking their time, remembering that the ice actually has splash damage when it falls on down. All right, now on to stage 4, where we get introduced to both jumping, moth, and ice. It's all good. All right. Matching your current PB of 4. Wanted to get more bongo action in. Attempt number 2, come on in. I would love to know why the high score counter is just E. I know that was Liz, but I would like to know why instead of it just like high score, it's just the letter E. For like excellent, extreme. I'd love to know how E translates into high score. Hey, there we go, on to level 5. Nice job, Demon. Tackling the staircase for the very first time. And now on to the suspended platforms of level 6. That jump sucks. That jump is not fun. Perfect. On to level 7, the descending stairs. Taking a note from everybody else and just walking off the edge, getting a 1-up in the process. Now we move on to stage 8, which is just stage 4, but worse. Threading the needle and moving on to stage number 9. It's all good. That's what that extra life is for. Now moving on to stage 10, it's the same staircase going up, this time with an added frog. I don't know why, just hearing the sounds of a backwards long jump going on in Mario 64 in time with bongo brings joy to my heart, and I love it. Because now I'm just picturing bongo doing like an endless backwards long jump and trying to clip through some of the dangerous terrain here. Doing a slight adjustment, that's okay. Moving on to stage 13. Oh! That's, you know what? Awesome. Everyone give it up for Demon. New preview of 13. Excellent, excellent job. Hi. Would you like to go again, Liz? Yep.
Did he loop?
No, we have not seen a loop yet.
Okay.
But they did beat you, hon.
Ah.
Liz is stepping up. Once again, Liz has personal experience with the game. She has a lot of great knowledge of this. So once again, hon, no pressure.
Thank you. I did task this video game.
Liz has
I'd be
informed us
okay
that
at
she has tasked. Please tell me that's up somewhere.
Yeah. It's on
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay. I think I know what I'm doing as soon as we're done with qualifiers. I'm gonna go watch the tasks of this game now because now I need to experience a task for bongo.
It is a high score task.
Liz, you might know this information. Do you know why the high score is just the letter E?
Oh, that was me. I accidentally put an E.
Okay, so instead of it being the high score, it's the initials of the person who got said high score.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's that mystery explained. I actually kind of like the fact that the high score is just is your name instead of it just being an obligatory high score.
I agree.
That now lets you know everyone in the arcade, even though this was never actually officially an arcade and was just a found board, lets everyone know who is top dog at bongo. Just E. All right, Liz, she is now on stage 14.
What happened?
Taking the splash damage from the ice. Once again. I know, right? Hearing this, we've got people behind us playing Super Mario 64, so there's just the echoing of a backwards long jump storage glitch going on, and just hearing a backwards long jump being performed and bongo on screen at the same time just is so beautiful. It's hard to describe it. It's one of those things like you have to hear it to believe it. Wow. Okay, taking the level skip. Purposely take. Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say, you know, just taking little arrows like a champ. Because okay, it's Liz. It's Liz. Never mind. We should. Liz knows exactly what she's doing. It's all good. All right, on to stage 21 with the precision jumping over the pool of magma. Liquid hot magma, might I add. All right, we're gonna see if Liz is going to take the level skip or is going to personally...
There's no way. I'm not testing that.
All right, on to level 23. Just walking forward like it's a monkey ball stage. On to stage 24, we're the River of Lost Souls. See, I love that even, like, Frank is going back, like, Fred's going back and forth, unsure if he wants to, like, go through the pool of magma or not. All right, stage 25. Oh, I forgot how ugly the stage looks. Taking the level skip onto 26. Okay, on to stage 27 where we could see it. Wait, there's a... Wait, do you now need to, like, personally wait for...
Yep.
Oh. Oh, not Fred. What did Fred do? I mean, should we? No, I just... That is a beautiful dance.
It is. You have to dance with it, otherwise you're...
I would say, at that point, like, does the run even count if you don't do the dance?
Yeah. I mean, no, it does not.
It does not count. Okay, cool, so... Okay, wait. Did you capture Fred's child? So there's two Freds in this game.
Fred.
There's Fred Jr. Yeah, we have Fred and Fred Jr. Yeah, but say now the game's faster, as we can see with the... Oh! Oh, if you thought...
It is a very tight jump here.
Okay.
You also move faster, as you can see.
I was about to say, yeah, we've noticed that Bongo is indeed moving faster. Fred is moving faster. Then again, you caught Fred's kid, so Fred's not happy. I understand why Fred is moving faster at this point.
You should see, like, Loop 7. It's great.
I'm sorry, Loop 7?
Well, like I said, I tasked this game to find the kill screen.
I was about to say, what is the kill... Liz, what is the kill screen for
Loop
this?
7, like, 11, I think.
So Loop 7, Stage 11 is the kill screen for Bongo. That's...
It's this next one here. This is the kill screen.
Okay, My gosh, Liz. Yeah, I honestly enjoy the faster... Oh, no, this... Okay,
What's up?
Nothing. it is mesmerizing and also just slightly disgusting at the same time, seeing like everything that we're used to seeing just now faster,
Yeah.
and it's just, ugh.
I'm fine.
Everything's fine, it's cool, it's good, we're good.
Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined.
Oh, okay, come on. Okay, that's
it.
That's loop 1 up to stage, what was that, 18 on loop? 1 full loop? L1 18? I was thinking 1L. Yeah, 1L. And there we go, Liz actually putting the, oh, okay, Liz with the green dot. I appreciate that. Great job, hon.
Now you have to deal with that being at the top of the
Round of applause for Liz, everybody. All right, I believe we've... Hello. All right, welcome on up. This might be our last attempt. Oh, till 2. Cool. Bet. I must not be able to read. So, Amazing Toaster, welcome on back to the fray. Yeah, I can't read. My thing says 150. Okay, cool. I thought 130 for some reason. It's all good. Reading is hard, guys. Reading is hard. So is counting. I know. After seeing Liz complete a loop, this now just feels like snail's pace. It's, oh my goodness. You know, I think some stages, I think it might be slightly easier with the faster movement speed, but I don't know. Whenever you encounter like arcades, like games like this, you think the increased movement speed is going to help you, and then you actually physically play it, and you sit there and go, oh, I take everything back. I regret every decision of my life that has led up to this point in time. Doing a beautiful job, just barely missing the moth on stage number 8. On to stage number 9 now. What is Toaster's PB? $20. All right. We welcome Toaster back into the fray, trying to make a better run. Current PB is level 20. Oh, okay. I just waiting in front of the frog, just barely triggering the pixel hit. That's I like that. That's a flex in my eyes. That is a complete flex in my eyes. All right, choosing to grab the treasure. So once again, if we can get one more treasure, it will be a stage skip plus a sweet bonus. Opting to skip the Cross of Coronado here on stage 15. On to stage 16.
Oh, Jesus.
Missing the jump. And we'll now have to contend with the moving platform and the bonking of heads on the platforms above. So I guess the story of this game is, after now watching a complete run through, is Bongo is going through the cave of the people who are practicing good dental hygiene because he wants to capture Fred. Whatever Fred did, I feel bad for, because this dinosaur has a great smile. I'm pretty sure Fred wants to do no harm. Maybe Fred doesn't practice good dental hygiene and stole the toothpaste from the people who live in the cave. You know, that's the story. I'm sticking with it. But of course, on loop 1, Bongo captures Fred Jr., who I guess also doesn't practice good dental hygiene, you know, like father, like son. So that's why we see Fred again, trying to get revenge on his son being taken. Look, the lore of Bongo is deep. Moving on to stage 21, a new PB currently for Amazing Toaster. This is where the precision platforming has to go into effect, because once again, you can hit the top of the platform above you. Oh, when Fred comes in for the kiss. I love the fact that Fred purposefully jumped up to give the hug. There wasn't a fall damage, it was a jump up for a kiss. Fred jumped to kiss Bongo. I love it. But still, new PB on first attempt, 21. Awesome job, Amazing Toaster. So once again, we are inviting people to come on up to give Bongo a try here for Kusogrande Live, the bad video game tournament. All of our runners will get 2 attempts at this lovely, lovely arcade game,
Nope, that was a bad idea.
where we are taking the best of the best, and they'll be going into the actual bracket tournament throughout the week, where we have more amazing, not questionably bad games whatsoever at our disposal for people to play as the week goes on. But if you're not able to be here for the entire week of AGDQ 2025, we still encourage you guys, come on up, sign on up, have fun, play some Bongo. It's the game that never wants to leave. It's the game that never wants to leave your soul. It is a game you will want to play till the end of time. And we encourage everyone to come on in to give Bongo a shot.
No, no.
It's all good. Hey, you got a new PB, and that's the best part. Awesome. Everyone, round of applause for Amazing Toaster. All right. The afternoon is still young. We're going until 2 o'clock, so if we have anyone who wants to come back up for another attempt, or if you want to give your hand for your first attempt at Bongo, we encourage. Let's go. Zeria. All right, everyone, welcome back to the stage. Zeria.
Some tough acts to follow.
You know what? Is all good. You are your own player. You do it at your own pace.
yeah.
Do what you want to do. We appreciate you and everything you put to the table. And Zeria, what was your PB again?
9, I think?
9? 10.
10. Okay.
All right, Zeria stepping up to the plate, going back into the cave of good dental hygiene. Trying to see if they can get their PB up anything higher than 10. This game is definitely recommended by the Dental Association of America. 9 out of 10 dentists agree that Bongo is a good way to practice good oral health. I don't know why this turned into a PSA, but hey, here we are. So stage 5 is Zeria's, stage 10 is Zeria's PB. Currently on stage number 6, which has been giving some people some difficulties, mainly between this jump and the next one, but making it look easy onto the descending staircase. Everybody is taking the main strategy of casually just walking down. All right, now on to stage 8. Ooh, beautiful double jump there. All right, stage 9 with some more tricky platforming, plus a falling ice block. Taking the treasure, 2 more, and we get a beautiful level skip. And we are currently on level 10. Hey, there we go, new PB, stage 11. Following the lead of everyone else, taking the jump over the moth approach, and missing. Once again, it's that one jump. That one jump is what's giving people issues. Cool, on to stage 12 now, which is the descending staircase, but now with Froggos. Choosing, there we go, on to stage 13. Making it look easy. Okay, now remember, when you go into stage 15, which I know you're going to do, don't jump. Perfect. All right, now we're on stage 16, the first introduction of moving platforms. Okay, cool. Not taking fall damage, but now you have to deal with Fred, but it's A-okay. First try up to 16, new PB. Excellent, excellent job, Zeria. Now we are up on tip number 2. Of course, if you are brand new to Bongo, we are taking this dude through the cave. Trying to collect treasures along the way. If you're able to score 6 treasures without dying, that gives you a sweet score bonus of 10,000 points. Also lets you skip the current stage that you are on. There are definitely some viable skips, especially if you have a level that you are struggling with. It's good to skip treasures along the way, especially if you're on that 6th and final treasure, trying to make sure you are skipping a stage that you are having difficulties on. But as we have seen, there are some stages where treasures are just very trollish. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get that skip. Getting the extra life, moving on to stage number 9. All right, grabbing the cross. One more treasure for a stage skip, electing to skip it. Now this one might be it. Yep, that would be a good time to go and do a stage skip. That will let you get past that one annoying platform that we all know and hate. Ooh, oh.
Hesitated too long.
It's still the fact that you were just, that jump right there. That's beautiful. That is so much fun to watch. I love it. Remembering not to jump on the troll moth on stage 15. Making it look great. On to 16 with the moving platform. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful jump as we got Fred coming on high now. Taking it, and now we're moving on. Oh, right at the end of 16. I just noticed that Bongo has defined knees for some frames of animation. And now I can't unsee it every single time Bongo moves. All right, stage 18. Looking at a new PB for Zeria. Ooh, beautiful threading the needle onto stage 19, where now we have moving platforms and arrows. This is going to make timing tricky. Not tricky enough, it seems like. Perfect, taking the skip, avoiding the second arrow. But unfortunately, there are more arrows the further down we go. Moving on to stage 20. All right, stage 21. This now adds the pixel perfect jump over the pool of magma. Oh my goodness. Zeria is putting on a show. That is okay. Still 21 last life. That's good. You know what? That's awesome.
I'll take it.
Gotta say, beautiful, beautiful job. Way to go. Ah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
I'll take it.
All right. Still got plenty of time to spare, folks. If we have anyone who would like to come on up, give it their first try. Anyone who would like to take another attempt, see if they can outdo themselves. Or if anyone wants to, as we've seen before, play more Bongo, because Bongo is love. Hello, hello, welcome back. All right, Z-Surf is back up. Wanting more of that Bongo action. All right, jumping back into the cave of good dental hygiene. Zurf taking it nice and easy throughout some of the initial stages. Once again, to give this game credit, it is actually really nice the fact that you have so much momentum and movement in the air, unlike some other games that were released in '83, that once you hit a jump, you had to commit to that jump. The fact that Bongo has some airtime and maneuverability, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive for the time. Once again, taking the strat everyone has kind of discovered now on stage 7, or anytime we get that staircase on the down, is just simply just walking off the edge. Now, I don't recommend walking off the edge on actual stairs. Take your time with them, but you know what? In Bongo Land, we don't need to worry about step by step. We can just yeet ourselves off the edge and we'll be fine every single time. Choosing to thread the needle, moving on to stage number 9. Now stage 10, taking their time on the staircases, moving up onto stage 11, which is, once again, the suspended pathways, but now with a mop going above your head. Oh, getting the stage transition just in time. All right, on our way to stage number 13. Mobs and Ice. Ooh, good maneuver there. Adjusting the jump at the last possible second to make sure they can actually land on the platform in time. Getting the stage skip. Moving on to stage 15. Choosing to not jump, which has honestly been taking out some people because that is a very trollish moth. Your instinct is to jump right then and there. But that first moth that is oh so wonderfully timed will take you out. I heard somebody say it's not Pyramid again. Pyramid was our game that we chose last year as our way of qualifying people into Kusogrande Live. Pyramid was initially supposed to be just the standard difficulty, and then when Prosentia was sick and Jeff took over, Jeff decided to make it level 7 instead, which is one of the more difficult levels to play Pyramid at, and everyone instantly fell in love with that puzzle game classic. No amounts of cursing were heard at all in the game room that day. But it's okay, we've moved on from Pyramid and now we have Bongo, which honestly is a step up. All right, as we're going on back to the staircase going down. Scoring an extra life in the process as well. You know, if we're going with this whole idea that the denizens of this cave are practicing good oral hygiene, does that mean this ice is just like falling shards of like frozen toothpaste or something? We are still here on stage number 9, jumping over onto, moving on up with our frog friend. Taking the time, opting to jump over the moth on the initial staircase. Oh! Getting the screen transition right before the moth makes touch. Great choice. Beautiful, beautiful adjustment onto stage number 14. Taking the time to make sure it doesn't fall victim to the splash damage of the ice falling from above. Skipping the trollish moth on 15. All right, back on level 16 where we get the moving platform. Now remember, almost had it still. Stage 16, awesome, awesome job, Z-Surf. Way to go. All right. Do we have anyone who'd like to come on up? Have you participated before?
No, I have not.
Perfect. We can have you come over here real quick. We're just gonna get your name as well as your contact information real quick.
Sure.
And then we will let you add bongo. Yes. So as we get our next contestant up and going, we're going to take a look at the amazing attract screen for bongo, telling you the rules of the game, picking up 6 bonus objects without losing a life. But we have to beware. You're being chased by Fred, the T-Rex with a smile of 1,000 people. Just wants a hug, just wants to talk to you. No way trying to capture him or his son. All right, Jazz Jackhammer, hello, welcome on in. So in order to do this, Select is going to add a credit. Pause will start the game. Use left and right on the joystick to move bongo. A button is jumped. You get 2 credits for your attempt.
Okay.
And you are good to go as soon as you are ready.
All right.
All right, everybody, welcome.
All right.
Everybody, welcome Jazz Jackhammer to the stage, doing their very first attempt here at bongo. Once again, using a joystick instead of a D-pad to be as arcade accurate as possible.
Oh, I see. It's about preservation, right?
Exactly, it is about preservation.
Well, I am about preservation of life, that's for sure. I tried to.
Almost had the needle thread. It's good. It's good. Stage 4. You still got another credit to your name.
Okay. I think I'm feeling this one.
So, you got this. Breathe. Take your time. There is no rush. Even when Fred makes his appearance, Fred moves at a pretty slow speed. You don't need to really worry about Fred catching up just yet. Beautiful, beautiful job making your way up to stage number 5, where you get your first taste of staircases.
Oh, I don't like the stairs.
All right, fantastic. Now you're on to stage 6, which is suspended platforms. That is a bit of a trick right there. You do need to take that first jump onto the first platform.
Oh, well.
Hey, it's all good. Very first time trying out bongo, stage number 6. Beautiful job, Jazz Jackhammer. All right. I believe we've got 10 minutes until we need to kind of close off qualifying. If anyone would like to come up to give it a shot for the first time, or if anyone would like to try to best their PB, we have the time. The time is now. Time to get more bongo in. Hello, welcome back.
I'm addicted to the bongo.
Bongo is an addictive game to play.
Back to the bongo mines.
Back into the bongo mines we go with Demon. All right, so once again, back into the mines of good dental hygiene. Demon goes into once again. Reminding to pick up bits of treasure along the way. Tried to thread the needle, but not quite. There are many, many strategies people have witnessed. And sometimes some people like watching the strategies, sometimes they seem easy to pull off until you try it, and sometimes it might be a little bit harder. It's all about trying to see where your comfort level is before pulling the trigger. But on to stage number 7. Picking up the extra life in the process. As we transition to stage 8 with La Cucaracha, we get our fun instance of dual ice and moth. Ooh. almost had it. Almost had it. Waiting for the right time for the ice to drop before jumping onto the platform. Ooh, just barely missed the frog on the ascend. Beautiful, beautiful job. Choosing to jump over the moth, barely almost clipping it on the way back down. Moving on to stage 12, which is all about waiting for that time and just committing. All right, stage 13. The stage has been giving some runners some difficulties, especially between the falling blocks of ice and the moth coming at you, but that's okay. Attempt number 1 all the way up to stage 13. We still got a second attempt to go. As always, this is Kusogrande Live, the Bad Video Game Tournament, coming to you at AGDQ 2025. Using Bongo as our qualifier game for what is to come in the week. And of course, if you are a fan of bad video games or Kusage games in general, I definitely encourage you all to take a look at the Awful Block coming on up later on this week. Got a lot of fan favorites, including games like Rex Ronin, Experimental Surgeon. I know Big Rig's is going to be part of that as well. That legendary racing, questionable truck racing PC game. But also topping off the Awful Block is going to be Waterworld on PC, which will be a joy to watch being played. So, if you like what you see here, I definitely encourage you guys, come on into the Awful Block. All right, we are on stage 11, opting to jump over the moth on that initial platform. All right, on to the dreaded stage 13 with ice and moth. Ooh, barely getting hit in the shins by the exploding ice. Collecting the treasure on the way, on to stage 15, remembering not to take the bait of the troll moth. All right, on to stage 16 with the moving platform. I love the fact that the 600 score is also moving in time with the that is adorable. It's so cute. All right, taking the bonus and skipping the rest of the stage onto stage 18. Making it look easy onto stage 19. This time with stage 19, not only do we have the moving platform, we also have the arrows. This is where, unfortunately, possibly waiting a little bit too long to try to make your next attempt could possibly bite you. Oh! Hey, it's all good. Level 19, way to go, Demon. All right. Do we have anyone else who would like to come up? Gunstar. And Gunstar, what was your previous PB?
21.
21. All right, Gunstar is jumping back into the world of Bongo. And now, honestly, I'm in the mood to play Gunstar Heroes now, so thank you. Thank you very much.
Much better.
Much better game.
Not by much.
All right, so as Gunstar goes back into the world of Bongo, keeping in mind of everything that has gone on so far, trying to do a PB run. Collecting the bonus treasure as we go into stage 7. Taking the skip and moving on to stage number 8, getting the extra life in the process. At this point, if Gunstar goes for the next bonus, it will be worth 20,000 points, as well as that all-important level skip. $20,000 is the threshold to get a 1-up for the first time around. I'm not too sure what the second threshold is for the next 1-up. It's that one jump again on the suspended platforms that have been giving everyone issues, unfortunately. As well as the surprise appearance of Fred, our smiling T-Rex. Still taking the time, managed to jump onto the platform right before our moth friend made it, just barely missing the hitbox of one of the frogs. Oh, doing a spin jump into the ice as it falls down, unfortunately, on stage 13. It's all good. Shake it off. All right, moving on to stage 14. We're at the double falling ice. Skillfully avoiding it, picking up the treasure along the way. 3 more pieces for an all-important level skip. Not taking the bait. Beautifully, beautifully done, taking the treasure and moving on to stage 16. It's again moving platforms and the unfortunate ability to bonk your head on the platforms above you. Opting to skip the treasure this time. Possibly saving onto that treasure for a stage that might give problems later down the line. All right, moving on down to stage 18. Ooh, skillfully done. All right, stage 19 with the introduction of the arrows. Having to time this in the moving platforms. This has been an area that has stopped some runners. Skillfully waiting for the arrow, choosing to go ahead and take up, jumping up onto stage. Maybe? Possibly? Oh!
Got you.
Just had it right there. But that's okay. You got one more attempt. You got this, Gunstar. Choosing to thread the needle between the ice and the moth. Moving on to the first staircase screen of the game. Opting to skip the crown pickup. More than likely saving those last 2 pickups for a rainy day, going for that one. Wise move to jump and skip over the cross on this stage, skipping potentially for another stage. Oh! Unfortunately, takes the damage from the falling ice.
Got me twice now.
Choosing to thread the gap between the two on to stage number 9. We're now just the falling ice on the one platform. Choosing to skip the moth on the initial top platform instead of going down to the bottom one like we've seen some runners do. All right, grabbing the cross as we make our way onto stage number 13. Oh, beautiful grab on the crown. Adjusting at the last second to grab it, narrowly missing the ice. All right, they got one more treasure to collect. Beautifully done. Way too close for comfort, but beautifully done. All right, moving on to stage 17. 19, where we get double moth action. Oh, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Last attempt. All right, stage 19 with the dreaded arrows. Opting to take their time and clips the arrow and falls down on stage 19, and that is going to be it. Round of applause for Gunstar, and also a round of applause for everybody who signed up for qualifiers. Thank you guys so much. We will be letting everybody know the results, as well as letting y'all know when your times will be if you make it on up to the brackets. Thank you so much for everyone for volunteering to play bongo, for those who will be staying for the week, as well as for those who will not be participating later on for Kusogrande Live. Thank you guys so much. We can't wait to see you guys for more bad games as we move on throughout the week. I've been Seth Highwind. Thank you guys, and have an awesome day today at AGDQ 2025.